What's up, Knicks Nation? Welcome to Level Headed Knicks Talk. And man, we got some things to talk about. So I want to discuss that one thing the Knicks cannot, I repeat, cannot repeat in game 2 if they hope to get a victory. Also, the Knicks have a new team in the sense of a new coach with a new system, but it's the same old Knicks. We're gonna go through the pattern that I noticed with this Knicks team in the postseason. And of course, my client, Mikal Bridges, we're going to talk about him a little bit tonight. I think that he will bounce back and have a good game on the road in game 3. We're going to talk about why in a second. And also, there's some games tonight. We definitely going to talk about the games. The Orlando Magic let some of y'all down. I told you I have no faith in no team south of New Jersey. But we're going to talk about that and more on tonight's episode of Level Headed Knicks Talk. What's up, Knicks Nation? Welcome to the show. I am your host, Karan Pierre, the Objective Fan, and I'm straight out of Kings County, New York City's finest. Man, you know the vibes. Tell a friend that we live, man. Hey, welcome to the show. Hopefully you guys are having a great night. I didn't want to skimp out the night. I wanted to make sure I got up in here. I don't want nobody telling me, oh yeah, I was ducking that Detroit Pistons smoke. I'm not. I need y'all to smash that like button, though, as we follow the proper formalities. You got to smash that like button to let YouTube know that this is where the place to be at night. All right? And we got a nice show planned for you guys tonight. Also, while you at it, subscribe, because we know that in the last 28 days, that well over 50% of you guys are not subscribed. So subscribe now to help us close the gap. All right. And of course, we're on the road to 10,000 subscribers. Each time we reach certain subscriber milestones, we have special giveaways. And the first milestone giveaway is the 5K giveaway, where we'll give away a rookie Jalen Brunson trading card. Right? All right. So, big time salute to everybody in the building. And like, once again, as you guys enter the show, definitely smash that like button. I don't know what the hell's going on with my soundboard right now. But I see you, Supreme Vader, in the building. Big time salute, my man. Trapped in the 90s. Man, sometimes I feel like I'm trapped in the 90s too. I watch 90s movies, okay? 90s music. Big time salute, man. Once again, tomorrow we'll be back for the Blue and Orange brunch, all right? I'll give you my 3 keys to victory. Also, we'll have Smoke Fire after game 3 tomorrow. All right. So that's the upcoming schedule. And tonight, I got a couple of topics I want to discuss with y'all. And hopefully you guys will call up to talk about it if you guys are interested tonight. Smash that like button though. I'm gonna also say this. Those down south teams, man, I have no faith in them whatsoever. The defense was really good tonight. And at least in the first half. And I was like, oh, snap, the Magic might get it done. But then Detroit got rolling. The motorcade started moving. And the Orlando Magic looked pathetic. And this is why I told you, I have no faith in them. Yes, they won that game 1, and that was cool. But it was still just one game. I told you if they wanted to show me something, they had to win the night. All right? Because at this point, the way they look tonight, if Detroit carries any inkling of the energy that we've seen in that third quarter, they will get smacked the next 2 games at home. And the Pistons will close this series out in 5, okay? Big time salute to L Figgy in the building, OKF Nation. All right. So I'm not surprised that Orlando lost. And I know they, if Detroit is in the building, I don't know, they might be out partying right now. But they could call up my man number 13. I will get him on the line. He definitely wanted to talk. And we'll see what he has to say in a second. But before then, we got to talk about this New York Knicks business. There's some things that I want to discuss. I'm gonna start here before I get to Mikal Bridges. I thought that this was an interesting read. I did my midday reading and I was, just looking for topics for tonight's show. And then I stumbled on to this article here. I figured, why not talk about it? This is a Sports Plus, New York Post Sports Plus article. And I'm gonna zoom in a little bit just so y'all can see it a little bit bigger. All right, bam. Knicks have to escape their own history after game 2. Choke job, right? Now, this is an interesting article. This actually came out 2 nights ago. And it talked about some things that I think was interesting. Last year, the postseason for the Knicks was huge comebacks and collapses. Now, we're only 2 games in. Okay, but we've seen huge runs and we've seen collapses. I'm cool with the huge runs, but I'm not cool with the huge collapses. Why do you think that this team, and y'all could chime in on this, yes, we've seen our intensity and, we came back against Boston down 20. We've seen that last season. But what is it about us that feels as though we got to play on the fringes of basketball? What I call the fringes, where it's like we gotta overcome odds, or if we do have a lead, we rest on our laurels. Why is that? Last year, game 1 Pistons, y'all remember the 21-0 comeback, 40-point fourth quarter. Y'all remember that? And then game 4 of that same series, we blew an early 16-point lead. Okay. And then overcame an 11-point deficit in the fourth quarter to win. Game 6, the clincher, Knicks blew a 15-point lead in the second quarter and an 11-point lead in the fourth quarter, and then used an 11-1 run to overcome a 7-point deficit down the stretch. How many of you guys remember this? And of course, we know about the Celtics comebacks, the 20 points down. I think the first team in history to do that in the playoff. 2 20-point games coming back like that. Why do we always have to do this? Why can't we just coast to a victory? What is it about this team that, yes, it's great to have the ability to come back, but you don't want the ability to collapse, at any moment, because that last game was a collapse. It's not the end of the world. But I thought that this was an interesting read, and I'm not going to get into too much more of it, but, you see some of the patterns that they're talking about. Why do you think we have these ups and down moments? We collapse, we go on these big runs. I'm cool with the big runs. I don't think we need to figure that out. I think that that's a plus. But the collapses is just too many. Even though we win, it's too many. I thought that was a nice connection. We could talk about that. Also, I read some on my client, Mikal Bridges, as well. We know that he had a bad shooting game the last game. And what's going on now? Somebody called up earlier and was saying that, the Villanova boys have this plot against Karl Anthony Towns. I didn't think that was my man Anton. Big time salute to you, Anton, but I completely disagree. I don't know what you're talking about. Mikal Bridges sometimes doesn't even get the ball. And people blame him and say Mikal Bridges disappearing acts. But his role is not to score. Right? And so, people are just coming at Mikal, rightfully so, especially if he doesn't shoot right. But, Mikal Bridges, Knicks must bring that fire in game 3. He and Josh Hart, spoke today. I'm not sure if y'all had the opportunity to catch it. Oh, let me go back to research mode. All right. But they had to bring that fire today. In tomorrow's game. Okay. This is what they said. Now, you always want to get better in a win. But sometimes you need a loss to dive on the things that you're not doing well. See, that part right there, while I understand it, I get it, but why do we actually need to lose when we were performing well for three quarters? We were played good. I don't understand, the lesson that we're saying that we need here to learn about the things we're not doing well. Can't you have a moment in the game and then you bounce back? I'm not saying you have to win every game. And even if we would have lost game 2, all I'm saying is it's the way we lost game 2. Yeah, we played good, but then we collapse. And that's the question that I'm asking tonight. All right? And that's the question that I'm asking tonight. Now, he said that's a good team too, so it's not like it's going to be easy. We know that. We just got to learn from it and bring that fire to the next game. So that's what my client Mikal said. And my client Mikal, he's good for having bounce back games when he has bad games. We've seen it in Boston. He had that moment at the end of the game, and then he had a good, I would say, the last 4 games of that Boston Celtics series. I thought his offense returned to prominence. And, I think he's taken that missed shot personally. And I'm not mad at him for doing so. But, even that part there it's a little questionable for me, and we could talk about that. Okay. Let me see if there's anything else. Josh Hart said, I feel like we didn't have that physicality we did in game 1 and in the first half. I think that was the biggest thing, Hart said, who finished with 15 and 13 rebounds. Man, Josh Hart be balling, man. He get rebounds like it's nothing. When you lose that physicality, did you allow them to kind of move at their own pace and dictate their offense instead of you dictating it? We just have to make sure we're physical and pay attention to detail and focus for a full 48 minutes. So that's what Josh Hart had to say. There's more, but if you want to check out this article, you can. But I think that Mikal's going to have a bounce back game. All right. And I think that he's going to perform well going forward. All right. If you just joined the show, smash that like button. All right. Very important to the algorithm. Let them know that we in the building. I see it's Detroit Pistons in the goddamn building. Really? Oh my God. Now y'all bragging because y'all got a win. Welcome to the club. What took y'all so long to get the goddamn win? You talking about an Orlando Magic team that has been struggling their way into the playoffs. And y'all struggle with them. It took y'all a game and a half to figure them out, which is, all right, that's cool. But keep it up. Because we are watching Detroit. Congratulations, man. You guys you made it far in the playoffs. You got your first home victory since 2008. Like that matters to me. That doesn't mean anything to me. Let me get out of the live chat. Salute the OKF Nation. I see my man JJ up in there. All right. Now look, if you want to call up 646-995-8389, I'm gonna get to the one thing that we can't do in game 3. And Mike Brown. I know sometimes it's hard to have faith in Mike Brown. Because he some of the time he does these wacky things that is just a part of who he is as a coach. But I'm hoping that in game 3, he realizes the mission and he follows through on it. It's very simple to beat Atlanta. They're not the hardest team in the world to beat. It ain't the pace, it ain't the speed. All of that is cap. All right. All of that is I'm not buying it. All right. But yeah, call up, y'all. 646-995-8389. Call up. Voice your opinion. You know, we definitely have Detroit in the building. I'm gonna get to Detroit. All right. I mean, now we talking about the Knicks is trash. There, you see how bold these guys are? But when they lose, it's now the Knicks are trash. Oh God, man. 646-995-8389. Call up. Voice your opinion. We talking about the Knicks tonight, not the Pistons. The Pistons are not the focus. If anything, the Pistons, y'all are a sideshow. Y'all are not the focus tonight. All right. Yeah, y'all gotta win. Yeah, I gotta get my man number 13 in the building because he's actually entertaining. I like number 13. What's going on, Yuri?
I'm chilling. Playing some Legend of Zelda, some classics, but I think I can.
Let's go. I hear you, Yuri, man. Big time salute, man. Where we going tonight? How you feeling about Game 3? What's your thoughts on the way we've been like collapsing and going on runs? What's your thought on that?
You would think by now they would learn from last year, and this is a bad habit that's been going on since last year. You heard JB speak on it, how you even heard Josh spoke on it. Right? Not every team's going to win games, but you don't want to see a team collapse a lead. You know what I mean? Not every team's going to win a playoff game, right? I get that. I understand that. Probably the most rationale. I wasn't too high on the loss. I wasn't too low on it. I try to be in the middle with it. But this has been happening since last year. You would think by now, and I kind of put that on the captain. You know what I mean? I put that on the captain.
But is it because Brunson, like, is it because he's not when he doesn't execute? What is it about Brunson exactly?
It's not he's vocal about it. I want to see him at least holding players accountable mid-game.
Oh, okay.
To say, yo, we got the lead. Stop the bullshit. Excuse my French. You know, then again, I also have to put it on the coach as well because you guys had an 12-point lead. CJ McCollum's cooking Brunson. Take Brunson out the game at the same time.
I don't think I agree with that. I don't agree with taking Brunson. I think that you got to make the adjustment and get him off of them. Let somebody else beat you. That's the old school adjustment. I'm gonna save my man by switching the matchup up. So, not taking him out because OG had Cunningham, and Cunningham still hit. Not Cunningham. Had CJ, and CJ hit that midi in his face.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm just saying. It is what it is.
It's going to be a game of who's going to go off first. You know what I mean? It's going to be the game of who gets the most stops and who can get the most offensive rebounds.
Basically, do you think Mikal will turn it on next game?
He has to. I think we're due for a Mikal game, especially after the way he took that last shot that game too.
Okay. Yeah, I agree. I think Mikal gonna turn it up.
But again, I'm confident heading into Game 3. I'm always going to be confident. I'm not going to abandon hope as always. But I don't want to be the doomer on the call, but I kind of have to say it. If this team, God forbid, knock on wood, does lose this series, there needs to be conversations from front office all the way to the players. You can't have two liabilities on defense.
But I don't think Towns is a liability on defense. I think that's a myth too.
I do.
It's a myth.
That one, but that's the whole narrative about him now. I'm not trying.
I know that. I know people got narrative. No, the truth is, you just got to get better. And I know that one guy in Milwaukee that's gonna make you better.
Exactly.
That I do know.
And then we all know that's on the table as well.
Exactly. So I ain't concerned.
Yeah, me neither.
I ain't concerned.
I still think the Knicks pulled this series out.
Of course. I have no doubt in that. I'm just thinking about the future. Like, you go to the finals against OKC. You're up 15. They come back and you lose. That's what I'm thinking about. I'm not really thinking about the Hawks with that.
Right. Another team like Boston, you're up 15 against Boston. We've seen Boston hit three after three after three,
Right. Exactly.
and
Exactly.
and you can collapse like that. A 3-point barrage will make you lose the lead from 15 to 2 in a minute, probably in 30 seconds if you're lucky.
That's a fact. 100%.
So, the way Josh Hart responded about it to the media, he even said himself they have to play for a full 48. You know what I mean? I really do think they needed that loss last night, though.
10 seconds.
100%.
So basically,
We needed the loss to humble us and to get our mind right.
So I'm hoping going into game 3, the players, the coaching staff, even Hood Mike Brown took accountability today for the way the offense was basically trash. You know what I mean? And it starts with him. This whole squad holds each other accountable.
That's a positive.
So that's a positive. So I'm hoping game 3, they come in, they blow out Atlanta, and they win game 4. But one game at a time, get game 3 under the window.
Big time salute, Yuri. I appreciate you, man.
Wow.
All right, big time. My man Yuri, OKF Nation. Where the hell's my the hell? Hold on. Oh, okay, I see it. All right, I'm good. 646-995-8389. Call up, voice your opinion. We talking about the Knicks. I didn't get into my one thing that we can't do, but based on what I'm hearing, I like what's being said, and I like what Josh Hart said too about focus and being focused and maintaining the focus. I think that's the problem. I think that's the reason why we have some of the collapses that we had is because we lose focus. We're up big. Now we want to protect the ball. And one of the things you shouldn't do is just think about basketball or think about, you got to just play, man. Basketball is about habits. Like if you're sitting there thinking like, all right, we're up 14. Let's do our best to hold on to the lead. No. You're supposed to be adding to the lead. The goal is to score every basket. So I really do think that that's a problem. Another thing too I want to talk about, what Yuri just said, the thought process that we have 2 liabilities on defense. I think that narrative is, I just completely disagree with the narrative. I think the problem is that, one, they don't really, I mean, yes, they've been working on the 2-man game, but it's not consistent. Like they need to hone their 2-man game, right? Maximize your offensive output. Because yes, Boston was the number 2 offense, but realistically, the only team that you could argue that has more real firepower, technically, maybe, possibly, is the Denver Nuggets. That's it. Boston don't got more firepower than us. Yeah, they spread the ball well. Tatum's doing a great job facilitating the ball. And they got Pritchard, they got Hauser. They got guys that are making shots. Even though they didn't shoot well in the last game, I'm just saying the reason why Boston's offense is so dynamic is, well, they got 2 Batmans who both could score 30. We've seen both of them have up 30 in the playoffs, right? But the rest of their crew, I don't think is as dynamic as our crew. And so I think that you got to maximize the offense. The defense is not bad. We are 9th ranked defense with the starting lineup that we had, right? So I don't think that that's an issue. But maybe also you're just not good enough. Can we take that into consideration if we don't reach our goals? But you let me know. 646-995-8389. Call up, voice your opinion. I feel like the Detroit Pistons fans are corny tonight. I'm keeping it real. Because they wasn't here the whole time when Detroit was struggling. Now they want to be in the building all smiling and cheering because you got to win. Congratulations, Detroit. You got your first win at home since 2008, and you're celebrating. That's how I know you're not going to win the goddamn championship. You still stuck on level A, right? We trying to win the championship. We not thinking about Detroit, right? No, it's just not it. My man number 13, I'm gonna get him on the line though. And I got some other Detroit people in the bill. I'm gonna get them on the line. Detroit, y'all go have your time. But right now, I need my New York people to get on the line. All right. This is a New York show. This is not a Pistons show. All right. Y'all the side attraction. Y'all not the main attraction. The main attraction is the New York Knicks. Well, that's where the main attraction is. Big time salute to everybody in the building. Smash that like button on the way in as well. All right. Well, his name is at right, JJ. I see you in the building, JJ. I see you. Oh my God. God damn it. They get one win at home against the Orlando Magic and they happy. Oh my God. It's a celebration. What the hell is that? Oh, my light just went out. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna talk about that one thing. And maybe y'all want to talk about that. So Mike Brown, I have hope in Mike Brown. And I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why I have hope in Mike Brown, man. So now I've been telling y'all about the number one reason why we lost game 2. This isn't the first time we talked about it, but Mike Brown says something that I didn't even really think about. I always talk about the fourth quarter, but it really was the second half. If you go back and watch the game again and you analyze the adjustment, first off, Quinn Snyder's doing a great job coaching the Atlanta Hawks. They're not the more talented team, but he's doing things, to keep them in the game. Like that one adjustment going to the old man lineup with Tony Bradley. I thought that was their best lineup besides the lineup in the fourth quarter with Kuminga. Okay. He's making some very, very great adjustments that could possibly extend the series, but I don't think they're going to, I don't think that they're going to be successful in extending the series, but I think that they could make it more annoying, right? Now, the Atlanta Hawks were 12th in paint points all year. They are a team that can thrive in the paint. And Mike Brown called it out. And I'm glad he called it out because this, for me, is the major key of the series. We didn't execute well offensively. Starting with me, I didn't mix it up enough offensively down the stretch. What's not talked about enough is we gave up 42 paint points in the second half. You see that 42 paint points in the second half? That is a huge problem. So to all of my game night people. I'm going to go read from game night right now because I took notes on it. In the first quarter, I was happy because, no, not first quarter, but the first half, I was happy because I'm looking at the 10 keys that I came up with. Right? And one of my keys is we have to value the paint more than the three. That's both on offense and defense because the Atlanta Hawks, that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to get buckets in the paint. Yeah, they'll shoot the three, but they're 12th in paint points. We held them down. In game 1, they only had 44. So now in game 2, they had 42 paint points in the second half, but in game 1, they had 44 the entire game. And in the first half, we go to game 2. So in the first half, they had, because they finished with 58 paint points, they only had 16 paint points in the first half. And what was the first half score? We were up 7 points. They proceed to get to the basket. Why? Exploiting the Jalen Brunson matchup, but also Jonathan Kuminga, and all of those guys started to get rolling, get it going and rolling downhill. We can't repeat that in game 2. So this is why earlier today I said, maybe we should introduce Mo Diawara to the lineup. You could put a short leash on him, but at least he'll have some size out there for Jonathan Kuminga and all of those other bigger guys. So that way we'll be able to hold it down. Okay? But that right there, 42 paint points in the second half will get you beat. All right? And that's what we have to do a better job keeping them out the paint. We're a great transition defense team. You know, teams don't get out on us like that. We get back on defense, very disciplined on defense for the most part. Do we make mistakes? Yeah. The weakest area of our defense clearly is the 3-point defense. It's trash. We don't really have a good 3-point defense. That's just a fact. But that paint, we are elite. We are one of the best paint defenses in basketball. Don't believe what they're telling you. I got a show, it's called the Knicks in 10. I've been tracking that stat all year. I'm telling you right now, the Knicks do a great job. Don't just look at Towels getting the 2 blocks and then the 3 blocks and think, well, no, he's playing good now. They've been doing it. Maybe not getting as much blocks, but they've been protecting the paint all year. And Towels had those 2 blocks, I think, in the first half. All right? So, yeah, that's the one thing they can't repeat. Y'all want to talk about that? Call up 646-995-8389. Call up, voice your opinion. I'm going to get to Detroit, but Detroit, like, y'all the sideshow. Y'all not the main attraction. So I know y'all happy right now. Happy and corny. I'm going to get to y'all. But this is a New York show. This is not a Detroit Pistons show. What's going on, family? How's it going, man?
Oh, everything is great, brother. Everything is great. How you doing, man?
I'm feeling good, man. I think we're about to get a nice win tomorrow.
Oh, yeah,
and,
we are.
Mike Brown telling you he going to tighten up the mistake. Where we going?
Yes. I think he's going to make the adjustments like on the defense. I think if we get cooked with the second unit, I think he's going to snatch them up. I think he won't keep them in that long. And you know, Cat is not a liability on defense. I don't know why people keep saying that, because he's staying out of foul trouble.
Bingo.
He's blocking shots, you know.
Yep.
So he's not really a liability. At least, no, he's not. And I'm looking for. I have a feeling that Bridges and Shamet, excuse me, is going to have a good game.
Shamet.
I'm looking for Shamet to have a decent game or coming off the bench, you know. And Brunson, I hope Brunson shut up all his critics, you know, about him holding the ball and he's not distributing the ball and everything, and he doesn't take people off the dribble. I mean, how's he getting assists if he's not doing any of that?
Thank you.
How's he getting assists if he's not doing any of that? And then he gets fouled sometimes he gets fouled at the rim, so he's definitely taking somebody off the dribble. So he's definitely doing that. And I believe we have 2 Batmans like Boston. I believe Brunson and Cat are 2 Batmans for us. I believe that. I could believe that. And like you said earlier, whatever gets us to a 14-point lead, we have to keep doing it until we see the zeros on the game clock. We have to keep doing that. Don't let up. Let's not start doing ISO ball and everything. Let's keep doing what we were doing to get us to the 14-point lead. But I think like that loss was kind of, we didn't want it, but it might have been needed. It might have been needed just to keep us in focus, I believe. You know,
100%.
Sometimes you have to do that sometimes. So and Mike Brown, I think they're just trying to put a little bit of fire under Mike Brown. I don't think Mike Brown's going anywhere at the end of this year. I don't believe that. I think they're trying to put.
You heard the show earlier, right?
Yes. I think they're just trying to put a little fire under him, you know, because how could we get rid of him after he done a better job than Tibbs and everything? He did a good job. So he did, and this is his first year with us. So how could you really get rid of him after 1 year? You know,
because look, you could get him. This is the conspiracy, right? You could get him the job at the Warriors because Kerr gonna leave, and then you could get Billy Donovan, who you wanted last year, and then the guy from CAA could go to Chicago and run the show over there.
Yeah, Yeah,
It
but
sounds like a lot, right?
it sounds like a lot, but you know, you know, why I don't see it happening because I still believe that we're gonna win the chip this year.
Okay, I
So
ride with that.
That's why it's not gonna happen.
Gonna put a damper in all of that, right?
Yeah, we're gonna put a damper in all of that, you know. And I see all these people, Paul Pierce, and all these Nick haters. Why do everybody hate the Knicks so much?
I was gonna talk about him, but I'm tired of talking about Paul Pierce, though.
I don't get why we are so hated. All we do is go out there and play ball. So I don't get why you're hating on us. I
A
don't get it,
lot of
brother.
hate. Even
I don't.
Stephen A, our own beloved Stephen A from New York, he gonna talk about Boston gonna be all right. Detroit get a pass, but we lose. They better not lose the series.
Yeah, well, Stephen A is a fair weather fan. He's not a fan anyway. So Stephen A, we leave him alone. We leave him alone,
Yeah,
man.
I don't want to talk about him. If
Yeah,
Josh Hart
yeah,
ain't gonna call him out, I'm good.
Oh yes, and you know one thing I just realized I don't hear nobody talking about Josh Hart need to come off the bench anymore. I haven't heard that in a while
I wonder why.
because that should have never been a topic anyway. That should have never been
Bingo.
a topic anyway. But that was going around too. No, I don't hear nobody talking about that either. So
A lot
we
of
going
narratives, man.
a lot of narratives that you can't believe. that
I'm
you
telling
can't
you,
believe.
don't believe it.
No,
And
you
then they
can't
call
believe
up here telling me nonsense. And I'm
it.
like,
No, no.
I'm gonna
And
set
when
you straight.
And where you getting the narratives from? Who you getting these narratives from? You got to see where you getting all this information from. You got to see
Bingo.
who's getting it and why they saying it. So that's what you got to look at. But man, like I said, man, we're gonna get this win tomorrow. Like I said, I'm looking for Bridges and Sham to have breakout games tomorrow, and we're gonna take it from there, man. We're gonna take it from
Yep.
there. All
Yep.
right, brother. Have a good
I
night, man.
appreciate you, brother.
Keep the show going, man. Keep the show going.
Thank you,
Good
family.
show. All right.
Thank you.
Salute.
All right. Listen, tonight, what we're doing, we're maintaining our confidence and building on it, honestly, building on our confidence. And we're just showing that we're showing the world that we're focused. That's why I chose these topics tonight. All positive, nothing negative. Just things that we need to look at in ourselves and fix, like the collapsing. You know, these are things that I think that they're realizing, and that's where they're looking to make the sharp tweaks. You know, but the one thing we got to do is, but they could shoot 50% from three. I don't care. That's not going to beat us. If they start getting them easy buckets in the paint, pick and roll downhill, got to prevent it. Got to stop it. And I'm glad Mike Brown talked about that because he said nobody's talking about it, but I did talk about it. It was one of my 10 keys to victory. I said, you better protect the paint. That's how they thrive. And I truly believe that we're going to make the proper adjustments going forward and we'll be all right. Just join the show, smash that like button. All right. Call up 646-995-8389. Call up, voice your opinion. To my man, truth be told. All right. So damn, we got the Hawks fans in here too. Damn. Man, the Hawks fans are feeling so confident. You know what? I can't wait for the Atlanta Hawk fans, y'all. I can't wait till they disappear. Salute to everybody that was with me last year in the playoffs, right? We did shows. We had started with Detroit. You know what I mean? They came and then they disappeared. And then we had Boston. They came, they disappeared. You know, and now we have the Atlanta Hawks. And like I always tell you, don't disappear. Because I know y'all going to disappear. How much y'all going to bet that when we beat the Hawks, there's probably going to just be one Hawk person in the chat. And that might be my man, Hawks number 1, who called up. I think he the only one with the heart from Atlanta to call up and stick around even after a loss. All right? Because I think y'all Hawks fans, I think y'all capping. I'm going to keep it real. I don't believe in the Hawks fans. I don't believe in the Hawks either, but I don't believe in the Hawks fans. I think y'all just be capping. Like, for real. All day, every day. Y'all not about that life. We'll worry y'all. I was doing shows talking about Atlanta. I didn't see y'all. Now y'all want to be in the building. All right. So what I'll do now, I'm gonna turn this into the side show. I'm gonna get my man number 13 in the building. All right. Cause if I'm talking to Detroit, that's the guy who I want to hear from. Number 13. The rest of y'all, yeah, I get to y'all when I get to y'all. We get my man number 13 in the building from Detroit. He gonna at least make me laugh. Let's see. I want to see what he got to say tonight. If you just joined, smash that like button. We're about to get to some good laughs. Hopefully number 13 is there. Uh-oh. Number 13. Hey, yo. Didn't I say I would call you win or lose, right?
For sure. You know what I'm saying? You been keeping your word, so I ain't mad at you. Dog. Are you recording or are you live, bro?
We live, brother. I don't record, brother. I go live. I hit the button.
You go live? Oh, you go live?
We on the airwaves.
Well, listen. So I'm sure you know, since the Knicks are off tonight, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I know that you watched the game and you seen what transpired, didn't you?
Yeah, I seen a team collapse.
Yeah. Wait, hold on. Time out. Slow down, bro. You said
slow down.
Yeah. So you saying the smothering, swarming like Charlotte Hornet bee, but we ain't gonna talk about them no more. You talking about the swarming dog that we just turned loose and unleashed on the fools. That was the collapse you talking about?
I seen a team in Orlando forget how to play basketball. You know what it was like? It was like Space Jam. And remember when they took them guys' superpowers?
Okay.
That's what I saw tonight. I saw Orlando. They forgot how to play basketball in the third quarter.
Well, let me
they
ask
couldn't
you
make a layup, do nothing.
Let me ask your audience this. Did the 60 wins this season, all those teams, the NBA association players forget to play basketball too, bro? Did they do that?
No, I mean, listen, you guys are the regular season champions, man.
Right.
Not to be confused with the in-season tournament champions, the New York Knicks.
Right. So
big difference.
Right. So let me just say this to all your listeners out there. We're back.
I ain't gonna lie, yo. Detroit Nation is.
Wait a minute, though. Here's another one before we get on top.
You
got one more. I got one more thing. Well, two more things to say to you and all your audiences. I want you to slow down so if you didn't hear it at the end of the last game or this game tonight. Detroit basketball. That's right. That last game was a fluke. No, they might not. Now, I will say this though, they did hold up to halftime, and I don't know what JB told us at halftime, but bro, I think they scored 4 points in the third, bro.
It was wild. I don't know what. I turned it off. I ain't gonna lie, I turned it off. I said the Orlando Magic could try. Hold on, but I'm not sure if I told you this, right? But I told all of my listeners this. I said I got no faith in no team from the South. If they South of Jersey, I said this. I-95, I got faith in none of them. God damn it, they all trash. And then they try to sell me on these goddamn Magic.
Okay, yeah. See, that's that Disney World. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got time for that, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's that Disney World, Disneyland, Mickey Mouse shit, bro.
Right, you know exactly.
You already know.
Right.
Bro, let me just say, y'all being from New York, okay, Rutland Park, y'all already know, dog. Don't nobody get Detroit nothing, dog. We get disrespected, and we the number one team in the league, and we're never gonna get any respect, bro. You know what I'm saying? We gotta show y'all fools whatever. And I know that the Knicks fans, and deep down, you might not want to reveal it to me like right now. But I know dang well that if it wasn't for the Knicks and somehow miraculously that the Knicks didn't make the playoffs, whatever, every New York fan is a closet Detroit fan, bro.
I don't know about that.
Stop it,
I don't know about that.
Stop it, bro. Stop. Wait a minute.
I don't know about that.
Wait. Time out. Now, I'm saying that you're speaking for yourself, but what other team in the East is a real basketball team, bro? Talk to me. Take a poll.
Man, let me just say it like this, man.
Take a poll of your room. Because here, y'all
Knicks is
wait a minute, y'all got it in common with Detroit. The Coney Island, even though y'all didn't know that Coney Island's over there, it started in the D, bro. We don't get nothing. They don't give Detroit nothing. But even that New York slice pizza that y'all got over there, you know what I'm saying? That big New York slice that everybody talk about, the real pizza comes from Detroit and it's square, bro. Okay.
all right. If that's what you think. Listen, man.
When we make our pizza, we had to make
Nobody
our pizza
thinks about Detroit. Whoa. Nobody thinks about Detroit when it comes to pizza, man. Now you're going too goddamn far. Don't nobody think about Detroit.
You know what we made our pizza out of? Auto factory square parts for nuts and bolts come on our pizza, dog. We first brought out we put nuts and bolts on our pizza from the factory, bro.
Listen, man, nobody give a damn about no goddamn Detroit pizza, man.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm gonna keep it real. This season, y'all get more respect than we get. This season, y'all get more respect than we get. We the outcast black sheep. Trust me. Trust me.
Listen. I'm Gen X, and I ain't even seen no championship from the Knicks since I've been living, bro. And you
Man,
know when I was born. You know when I was born, bro. I'm old enough to be your old uncle. I was born in '68. When was your last championship? I was a baby, so I can't even remember the last championship. Wasn't it like Willis Reed came back after an injury and ran back on the court like a championship and took y'all to the championship, bro? Is that what happened?
Well, I'm gonna tell you like this, brother. This year we get into the ring and y'all not even gonna see us. That's the sad part about all this Detroit energy.
Bro.
When y'all get bumped, I'm gonna be like, damn, homie. In the regular season, you was the man, homie. The hell happened to you?
Listen, bro, don't nobody give us no. You know we come about. Even the white folks in Detroit is from 8 Mile. You know Eminem, okay? He came from like the mobile home park. They don't give us nothing in Detroit. And the thing is, I mess with y'all New York. Old Dirty Basket, Wu-Tang, Big L. Okay.
That's legendary.
Illmatic. You know what I'm saying? I mess with y'all, bro. But not when the Pistons is playing, bro. They don't give us nothing. So here's the thing. I know you got other callers, so I'm gonna let you go, whatever. But you know what? Y'all do not want to see us, bro. So I know y'all praying that the Mickey Mouse Disney World fools take us out for some reason because it's a bad matchup. But dog, the last thing from last year, the last thing we're gonna do, whatever, is lose to the New York Knicks, dog. That ain't happening. So y'all don't want the smoke, bro. Y'all don't want the smoke, and y'all know it. Deep down, y'all know it. You know what I'm saying? When y'all go, the Tracy Morgans, the Spike Lees, nigga, you know what our celebrities are when we go to the Piston game? Jalen Rose and Sada Baby and 42 Doug, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Let me tell you something. Listen, man. Listen, I listen. All the stuff you talk about. Okay, I hear you, but I'm just gonna say this: you're going up against a team that they played the worst basketball coming into the playoffs. Y'all struggled and got smoked in game 1, and now you calling up here all happy. Listen, y'all better win this series, man. Because if you don't win this series, man, I'm letting you know I'm doing 30 segments in 30 days on Detroit. I'm letting you know that right now.
Okay, all right.
Only because y'all keep calling up with this goddamn Detroit energy, all right?
Okay.
Here, you got to win tonight. I got no faith in the Magic. I didn't pick the Magic to beat y'all. Everybody knows. I said you can't trust the team down south of Jersey.
Okay.
They all food. They all suspect. I don't trust the goddamn 76ers either.
Well, listen here. You talking about the South? You talking about the ATL and
I'm talking about ATL, Charlotte, DC. Go ahead.
Okay.
Anything from there.
Listen, before you talk about them teams in the South, y'all better worry about CJ. CJ ain't playing with y'all, bro.
Man, we got something for CJ. Man, this is Grand Theft Auto. We ain't worried about no goddamn CJ.
Stop it, bro. Stop it.
We ain't worried about no goddamn CJ.
All right, bro. Well, listen, handle your business, bro. And the thing is, and I want to before I leave, I want to keep in mind when you're talking about, we got to pull us out, is that Detroit, for some reason or the other, we a better road team than a home team, bro. We a better road team. So we might get, I mean, I think we got, what is it, 3-2 or whatever. So if we win 2 in Orlando, we still got to come back to wrap it up, right?
Yeah, back in Detroit.
Okay, all right. So we should be back in Detroit, and I need the Pistons fans to show, the Pistons to show its fans that they can take care of business at home at Little Caesars, and then it's going to be,
Okay.
wait a minute, and then it's going to be $5 hot and ready for everybody, because you know in the D, we don't get check, nigga, we get food stamps and SSI over here, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, number 13, you better stop, man. Big time salute. Yo, 13, I appreciate you. My favorite Detroit person, man. I love your energy, man.
So dog, I holler back, dog, and get back
Big
at me
time.
and said, I'm out.
No doubt, man. I appreciate you. All right. Yeah, I don't think, guys, keep it real. I don't got to talk to nobody else from Detroit. That's my man from I told him I was going to call him win or lose. I love his energy, man. I love his energy, man. He's a good dude. All right, hold on. I got my man Lopez. Hold up. My man Lopez in the building. Let me get my man Lopez on the line. All right, 646-995-8389. Call up, voice your opinion. What's going on, Lopez?
Yo, what's going on, man? I ain't even gonna hold you. Old boy from the D, pause. He triggered me, man. Like,
oh, he triggered you? What's up?
nah, cause he talked when he said that we want to be Detroit Pistons fans. I'm like,
yeah, he was wilding. Yeah, he was.
I'm like, bro, what is they putting in that pack you got over there? Cause, you calling into our show, right? You calling into our city. We don't call into your city. We
That's a
don't
fact.
think about y'all. Like, you even said, there's no way in the world we losing to the New York Knicks. You're not focused on the chip.
And that's the
You're
problem.
not focused on the chip, bro. We didn't come into the playoffs saying, yo, we need to beat Detroit. We said we need to make it to the championship. Like, the whole organization's goal is to make it to a championship regardless of who's in the way. Y'all goal is we need to beat New York, as if, like, y'all act like losing in the first round to us was something like we did something dirty to y'all. Like, they taking it more personal than I've ever seen a team take a loss. I mean, I could understand even Boston taking it more personally, because, like, they was trying to repeat. They had a legitimate chance of repeating.
Right.
Detroit never had a chance of making a championship last year. So you was going through the hard knock life that every team, once they start ascending, going through. What happened when Julius Randle first took us to the playoffs? We got smoked.
That's a fact.
That's what happens when an organization is on their road to redemption. You're gonna get smoked. You ain't gonna make the playoffs for the first time ever and then run the whole table. When does that happen? Right. You know what I'm saying? So, like, y'all taking this New York loss anally, it's crazy, man. Y'all taking it like y'all caught us in bed with your best friend. And we was giving her the buns like we never gave you that work. You know what I'm saying? We never gave you that work. And then we gave it, that's the like that's the kind of energy, like scorned female energy. No disrespect to females out there, but let's be real. When a woman is scorned, they made songs about that already, okay? That's how Detroit coming on. Big feminine energy, not big D energy, pause. You know what I'm saying? Not big Nick energy. Y'all giving off big, weak, insecure, I'm scared to let my girl walk down the block. I got to be with her every 5 seconds type energy. I'm not feeling that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all get a win, y'all over here. Y'all playing Orlando. Why you not in Orlando's podcast?
Oh, so damn, boy. I don't think Orlando got podcasts.
You would think Detroit would have a podcast as much as they popping in. Y'all would be over there celebrating.
That's true.
Nah, but let me run over to see what New York doing. That's, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know when somebody ain't got no motion and they always running to see what you doing? Bro, relax. You know what I'm saying? Stop 100%. Trying to drink from my cup. Go get your own cup, man. There's plenty of water to drink, bro. Y'all thirsty. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I called about. No facts tonight. Well, not no facts as far as basketball stats. Definitely facts about Detroit Piston fans being soft. You know what I'm saying? They panties all in a twist tonight, man. You know what I'm saying? The other night, you know what I'm saying, they need a Kleenex. Tonight they need a Kotex, man. That's all I got to say.
Yo, salute Lopez.
All right, bro. It's good chopping it up
Big
with you. Have a
time.
great
10
night, man.
seconds.
All right.
All right.
That's big time. That's my man Lopez representing New York. I need that New York energy. Listen, they not taking over my show. All right. There's no way. I mean, I let my man number 13 because I told him I was gonna call him. He's funny to me. I like number 13. He talk craziness. It's not, it ain't, listen, he ain't factual, but he is entertaining. I got somebody that's really good that's about to get online right now. Uh-oh. Juan, the OKF doctor in the building. Where we going?
Well, that's what I like about sports. Man. It's such a good outlet for ourselves, for our energy, for the way that we are, all entertained. But I'm triggered. I'm extremely triggered right now. Oh, yeah. For number 13, you never disrespect New York pizza. Never.
That's what I'm saying. Nobody thinks about Detroit pizza. What's he talking about?
Hell no. I've been around all the countrymen, and there's nothing like New York pizza.
100%.
He went too far. He went too far.
That's why I had to stop. Say, hey, you need to be easy. Yep, you're right.
No, but it's fine. It's just like I said, it's just how we get our emotions, and we get happy and with all the energy. That's great. So just to go back to our good energy.
Yes, please.
One thing that I actually saw from the interviews from today, they definitely talked about the things they need to work on with Brown.
Yep.
There was definitely communication and a commitment to change those things. You can see that.
100%.
The fact that Brown was saying that, oh yeah, I messed up, they made him say that. I can tell you that.
Right.
And one thing that you were asking why and how do we lose the focus? You'd be surprised how often that happens with professional athletes. And it's not that they don't get focused or that they don't have attention. Their brains are running too fast too, because that's why they're professional athletes, man. There's only 0.1% that go from college into professional athletes.
Yes.
So their brains are working differently. Their bodies are working differently. So it's easy to lose that focus. It shouldn't happen that often. So that's how the coaching staff needs to work on that. So that I get that. But I think they're going to be okay. In my opinion, I think Mikal's going to have a great game.
Yep.
Josh is going to have a great game because he's extremely pissed. I could see that.
Oh yeah. And he's been playing good already though. Josh Hart, to me, he's on the glass. He's doing everything.
Oh, he's been playing great. Like I told you yesterday. I don't know if it was this morning. The one that was helping him do those screens was who? Josh.
Josh Hart.
In that fourth quarter, he was the only one.
Yep.
So I'm expecting a very good game tomorrow. I'm not concerned at all.
No. We know we had to go to Atlanta to win anyway. So
that's true. I mean, we already knew that. But one of the things that every single other team and all the guys tell us that, oh, we're taking this too quickly, we're taking it too hard. Well, that's what sports are. We're all passionate. They take them hard too.
Of course.
How many of them called you when they lost? The Pistons.
Only one, number 9.
Number 9.
Yeah, I got to call them.
You have to chase them. And
100%.
now they're coming out of the woodwork. Okay, I get it.
That's why I'm making them right. That's why I'm making them wait. I'm not, because they always calling up. I'm like, nah, dog. This is a Knicks show first. Anyway, so we're not turning this into the Detroit Piston hour. Not doing that.
And we take it hard because we know what our team can do. We know what they're capable of. Not because, oh, damn it, the other team was better. No. It's because we know our team is better.
Right.
And our team needs to know that too. Our team needs to know that too,
I agree. They got to stop being respectful to the point where it's like, oh, they're really good. That's cool. But in your mind, you got to be better. Like that. That's why I miss from like Kobe and those guys. Like they really believed they were the best and they didn't have any shame for showing it. I'm not saying to be a bad sportsman. I'm not saying to do that or be mean. No, I'm just saying like, just take a little more pride, not be cocky with it, but just a little more pride.
That's right. And that's why, to be honest, and I don't want to give ammunition to Bronzeville fan, but Wemby's like that.
Oh yeah.
Josh is like that. Even though he's goofy and everything, but Josh is like that. The rest are, I'm not so sure. And then going for the X's and O's right now, just a little change on subject. I think that one of the adjustments, just like I said before, I think the adjustment they're going to do is going to be bringing Sohan to do Kuminga.
I would love to see that.
He's going to cover Kuminga because he's fast enough to stop him. He's strong enough to stop him.
Right.
I mean, Kuminga's going to bounce off his chest.
Yep.
So
and then if they set screens, the guy who's guarding the screener could still deal with him because he'll have the size.
That is correct. As I don't think actually before, because if they do in that zone, which they don't do that and do it 3-on-2, that is going to cover the weak side.
Bingo.
If Brunson is going to be going to with the bait and switch with CJ, Sohan just has to, or whoever is on the other side, just has to move his foot 1-2 times.
That's it.
Crossing the lanes. That's it.
Bingo. 100%.
In my opinion,
I'm curious to see. I would love to see them run that.
I think they will, because what is this zone for? Stop that. Stop the entrance to the paint. How do you break the zone? With threes?
Right. Which I'm not concerned about. I'm not concerned.
No, they were only hitting them because they were like by themselves. They left them alone because the defense was a little suspicious, but it's not going to happen again.
100%. I'm with you, Juan.
I think that's going to happen. I think those are the adjustments going to happen. They're going to be moving into a zone. They're going to be moving more into more length and size. And
Bingo.
We're going to be okay.
Yeah, 100%, man. I appreciate you, Juan, the OKF doctor. Great call, as always. Thank you.
My man. Thank you.
All right. It's my man, Juan, the OKF doctor, man. He's in sports medicine. He knows what he's talking about. I love when he calls because he always brings a level-headed perspective. I got my man Ty in the building.
Yo, what's good, fam? What's going on?
Detroit trying to take over the show, but I ain't letting them, and they upset. I don't give a goddamn. This is not a Detroit Pistons show. Now y'all want to call up when y'all win and get all happy.
Oh, so that's why they're in the chat talking crazy, taking it off the net. These dudes act like. Listen, man, y'all know this is the concrete jungle, man. Stop playing with us, man. We on here, man. We having a good time. Win or lose, we call up. You know what I'm saying? Y'all call. Y'all want to get mad? Start talking street talk. Leave the street stuff where the street stuff is at, man. That's how I know you're not about that. You ain't gonna come on the net talking street talk. We talking basketball, man. Basketball. What's the claim to fame? You don't got none. Just y'all won. Stop it, fam. What is it, Luke Skywalker or whatever you call his name? Fam, relax, fam.
But he's saying too much in the chat.
Fam, my man, I just got on. I hear I catch you out in the street and all this. Why y'all gotta be so tough? Why you a tough guy now, fam? Listen, man.
Listen.
The Hudson River been had personnel at the bottom, fam. You know what I'm saying? So let's stop all the street talk, man, and let's keep it to basketball. Because at the end of the day,
Skywalker, man. Listen, man. Relax, brother. Relax. We good, man.
He going too far. He taking it to a whole nother level.
Good.
He don't know everybody, man. A lot of people connected, fam. He doing all this tough talk. Let's just keep it on the net, fam. Man, let's chill. Just have a good time, fam. Y'all won. Kudos, fam. Y'all should have won, man. It would have been embarrassing if y'all went 0-2. 0-2?
That would have been crazy.
That would have been crazy. We all knew y'all was going to win. Skywalker, we all knew y'all was going to win.
Didn't I tell you I had no faith in Orlando? I said that. I got no faith in the Magic.
But push back to you, they took one from them, though. See, they made Detroit have to win one. Detroit would
and they're the Orlando Tragic, dog.
That would have been embarrassing.
No, it would have been bad. It would have been bad if they went down. But I'm just saying, come on, it's still the Orlando Tragic, dog. They played the worst basketball coming into the playoffs.
Well, that playing was tough. That playing was tough, man. That playing was tough. They got in the playing. That playing was tough, man.
They lost to Boston with a bunch of dudes that was the G League team. They lost to the Boston G League team, and you getting happy you beat them. Come on, dog. We gotta stop.
Because their levels of success is porous, fam. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Exactly.
they don't have the expectations that we have. So when they thinking that we we wild out when we lose one game. Yeah, because our expectations are much higher. You know what I'm saying? Y'all expectations y'all overachieved by even getting the first seed. Y'all can't believe y'all got the first seed. Y'all don't know what to do. Y'all know you're not winning the second round. You're not making it to the finals, fam. They know they're not making it to the finals. They may not even make it to the ECF, fam. They overachieved already. It's a wrap. They're past their projection. They're past it. So at the end of the day, they I think Orlando still might take them to 7 games, fam. I really do. Because they say the playoff series don't start till one team wins one on the other person's floor. So Orlando already took one the first game. So now the series has started. So actually, Detroit had to win this game, fam. They had to. But Skywalker, man, it's all love, bro. I see you in the chat. You going crazy. Relax, fam. Y'all won one. Y'all won one, fam. It's all right. The Hawks fan, he's in here. He's trash. You know what I'm saying? We can't wait to deal with them tomorrow.
We ain't worried about the Hawks. The Hawks, we don't take the Hawks serious, so we don't give. We don't take them serious.
We take them serious. We take them serious enough to get them out of here, but they're not a threat, is what you're saying. Okay. They're not a threat. They're not a threat, Karan. But we gotta take them serious because any given game, you know what I'm saying? Like we get.
Well, I'm just saying that us as the fans, the Hawks fans don't be in the building like that. You feel me? That's all I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
They don't be in the building like that.
No, they don't. They're in there now. A couple of them in there now, fam. But your show is fire, Karan. Kudos to you, bro. I respect you. I love you. I love the whole OKF Nation, fam. And let's just keep it classy. Let's just do us, man. A lot of people are upset and jealous of who we are, y'all. So let's keep pushing our Knicks. Let's keep being arrogant about it. Fuck it. You know, that's what's making them all frustrated. Like, why they
that's my energy, man. That's my energy. But look. Like my man from ATL said, he said, keep it basketball. Let's keep it basketball. I see Figgy's in the building. Man. Figgy, whoever we need to time out, let's time them out.
Right. See, and that's what I don't like, because we actually got classy ladies that call in and we respect them and we got their back. So when y'all in here talking the gangster talk, that's not okay. That's not okay, because then our ladies might feel a certain way to even respond, and they're gonna respond. Right. Don't say nothing to Miss Cleo. Definitely don't say nothing to my trigger sister. Don't say nothing to El Figgy. Don't say nothing to our females at all. Like, just keep it basketball, y'all. This is fun. Like, it's okay. Y'all won one.
Right, yeah, let's keep it fun.
Give them a Kit Kat. Oh wait, they won't even see us to give them a Kit Kat. So yeah, they out of here. They out of here, fam. I'm just checking in, fam. I'm just checking in.
Okay,
bro.
Ty. You know I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you.
Before I call back, what was your point? Like, what was tonight's show?
Oh, no. What I was saying was, because this tonight's show was a positive show, right?
Right.
I feel like they identified the problems. And I love their energy in their press conferences today. Mikal and Josh Hart, particularly them two.
Talk to you about that. Yes, that was very good.
I love their energy. It's fire.
Yes, it was.
They look like they're about to blow them out by 30 tomorrow. Yeah. I'm keeping it real. That's how they look. I'm just keeping it.
Yo,
I loved it.
I saw the same
thing. So that's why I did. So that's why I picked the topic, right? I talked about Mikal, talked about Hart, but I also talked about Mike Brown. He said something that it caught my attention, because y'all know I told y'all about the points in the paint. He said the one thing that no one's talking about is that they had 42 points in the paint in the second half in the paint. No one's talking about that. I said, but Mike, I'm talking about that. I said, Mike, I said, hey, that's one of my keys. I said, don't worry about the 2-ball. You better worry about the goddamn paint. I mean, the 3-ball. You better worry about the paint. And so by him calling that out, I think they switching up the game. I think that they're gonna pull out all the stops.
Right.
100%. So they gotta protect the paint. That's the one thing.
Atlanta's about to see who the Knicks really are. You know what I'm saying? Because they should be down 0-2. And the reason why I say they should be down, because they didn't beat us. We lost. You know what I'm saying? I told you before, the only team that can beat us is the Knicks, and we let that game go. Right. Even with CJ scoring what he scored, you know what I'm saying? We just didn't hit our clutch shots down the end. He would have had 30 points with a loss. You know what I'm saying? So I
feel like this is going to be CJ's first bad game of the series. Watch. I just got a hunch. I just got a feeling.
The way Hart was talking, I think CJ in trouble, fam. He might come out of there with 13 points, fam. 13.
He going to be on clamps. Yeah, he might get 7 of those points in garbage time.
He don't even know how hard it is to. He don't even know how hard it is to be a villain in New York. Trey Young lost his hair messing with us.
Well, he ain't no villain. That's why he said, I got 2 kids. And once he said, I got 2 kids and a wife, I said, oh, he ain't about that damn
But
wife.
you know,
Get him the hell out of here.
You know he's part of like the player personnel, right? Like the
Right,
the
yeah, he a good
office.
guy.
Yeah.
Good
So
guy.
he ain't trying. He just, you know what? He trying to buy him an extra couple of years. He got a family. He's
Right.
like, man, I need to get this contract.
100%.
I gotta go off in New York. You
He
know,
might want to come to the Knicks, right? Yeah, he might want to
Listen,
come to the Knicks
We'll take him. We'll take
on the
him.
low,
We'll take
you
him
know?
on the bench. That's a fact. You think how I'm thinking? That's a fact. We'll take him. Come on.
That's a fact.
On, McCullough. We'll take him. That
100%.
Yeah, that's a fact, fam. That's a fact. But anyway, I'm gonna let you go, fam.
Thank you, Ty.
Yo, but Skywalker, fam, like, yo, listen, it's all love, fam. You know what I'm saying? It's all basketball, it's sports, man. We're gonna keep it there, fam. I'm about to hop in the chat and blaze your ass. Excuse me, Karan, I'm sorry. But yeah, we about to go at him, fam. We gonna make him tap out tonight, fam.
Skywalker, I got Figgy up in there, so I know it's gonna be cool. Thank you, L Figgy, holding it down. I see you, Figgy.
She is, but her toleration is getting a little slow. It's getting a little low.
Figgy, whatever you Figgy, whatever you want to do, I'm riding with you.
They don't know. She's the most requested callback, fam. So they better stop playing. When she say something, we gonna ride behind her, fam. All right,
big time. All right, I got you, Ty. Big time.
Peace.
That's my man, Ty. What I want to say? Damn, I had something I want to say. Number 2, man. I'm gonna get to you tomorrow, man. I'm gonna get to you tomorrow. Let me get my man number 9, because I feel like number 2, we gotta, you know. I know you my man in 100 grand, but we gotta relax, my brother. Let me get my man number 9 on the line. All right. I was trying to trickle into Detroit. I wasn't trying to give us too much Detroit tonight. This is a Knicks show. We optimistic. We're positive. Let me see if my man number 9 is there. What's good, number 9?
What's going on?
Are you causing trouble in the chat?
No trouble at all. No trouble at all.
All right, I see you up in there, Detroit number 9. Where we going, man?
Now, if I say Jalen Brunson will average 30, nobody bats an eye. But if I say the Pistons will lose game 1, then everyone loses their mind. Nobody, everything burns. Everything burns. We done tied up the series, and now the pressure is back on y'all tomorrow, because now y'all got to go in somebody else home turf to try to win. We didn't matched up because we know, see, y'all want to act like, oh, this the Knicks station, but y'all playing on the Pistons' downfall when it's our turn to play. This is why we call up to defend ourselves.
Hold on, but listen, hold on. Let's keep it real, man. I got 20 plus hated numbers from Detroit. Y'all calling the hair. It's because y'all calling. That's the only reason why we think about y'all, man. I'm keeping it real.
You know why y'all think about us? Because we gave y'all 3 reasons to think about us during the regular season when we put them things on y'all. That's why y'all think about it.
I promise that's not what it was.
Y'all can't let it go. That's the reason why. That's why this whole obsession, this back and forth that started, is because y'all won the playoff series last year, and this year we got the best of y'all all season. So now it's bleeding over to the playoffs, and the Knicks fans have anxiety from Detroit Pistons because of what we want to do to y'all if y'all meet up.
No, man, that's just not. It's not true, man. That's the guy who started it. Listen, the guy who started all of this is Detroit number 2. He was the first Detroit person to call in.
No. I'm not just talking about it. I'm not just talking about your station. I'm talking about the whole landscape of Knicks. This is over the internet. This is everywhere.
Listen, I don't give a damn about the landscape.
I know, but I'm just telling you, this is not just your thing. This is the whole Knicks feeling. This everywhere. This ain't just, you know what I'm saying?
I follow my own. Look. I follow my own program. I got my own relationship with Detroit.
I respect
you feel me? The Detroit number 13 is my favorite now. I ain't gonna lie. I like Detroit
number 13 because the other numbers we don't call to be favorites. We already walking in enemy territory as it is. I'm not. I used to give my compliments, and you know what happened? You start banning Detroit. You start hanging up on us, y'all.
But I didn't ban you though. I didn't ban you. Now, I brought you up. I said number 9, he's consistent. That's why I ride with you, number 9. I ride with you. You know why? Because you the only one that called when y'all lost game 1.
I do. Yeah, win, lose, or draw, I'm a call.
You the only one.
Yeah, and when it's Hawks and 5, Hawks and 6, I'm gonna call again.
Hawks and what? Oh, nah. Now you done lost your goddamn mind. That's like me saying if it's Magic's in 5.
But that's not a realistic statement. That's the difference. Not? That's the difference because we hold that number 1 card. That's like the big joker. That's like the draw 4.
But you do know we run the whole East Coast, right? Everything come through New York. We got more fans everywhere than listen, y'all the ones that ban New York fans from y'all building. Do you know that the Atlanta Hawks can't ban us because we're already down there? So they can't ban us.
We had to ban y'all was buying up all our tickets. You know we
That's
don't
what
charge
we do. We
much
run the whole East Coast, dog. Do you understand that? We run the whole East Coast.
Y'all can't come with them New York prices trying to buy up our tickets like that.
We're gonna buy the whole goddamn building. We'll turn that whole Detroit into Madison Square Garden. We'll have it orange and blue. We'll paint the building. We'll put graffiti artists out there. What are you talking about, dog? You know where you at right now. Come on, dog. You talking about Hawks and 6? That's why I'm turning up, because you said that. It would have been cool had you not said that.
And remember, I said it. I don't know how many other Pistons fans is saying Hawks and 6 or Hawks fans. I'm saying Hawks and 6. Remember, number 9 said that.
I think number 9, you delusional, man. You better worry about the Orlando Magic right now, because going home in Disney, they only have 1 playoff loss in home in the last 2 years. Y'all only got 1 playoff win at home in the last 2 years.
I'm gonna just give you a little bit of history real quick. Tracy McGrady was playing for the Magic. They had a 3-1 lead on Detroit, and he started talking crazy. Yeah, it finally feels good to make it to the second round. And guess who came out on top of that series? Detroit, 1-7, because he was running his mouth. That's what I think about when I think about the Magic. We don't have no worries whatsoever.
Well, listen, I'm going to keep it real. I have no faith in no team down south. So if you want to bank on the Atlanta Hawks, don't put no money on it because you're going to lose. I'm telling you right now. Tomorrow when we take over their building and you see C.J. McCollum with his hand on his knee, bowed, looking all crazy and sad, you know what time it is, dog. And then we win it out. When we win tomorrow, it's gonna make game 4 and 5 so much easier because we're gonna take their heart and soul. We're gonna take their home space from them.
All I'm saying is no hard feelings on Detroit fans. So when we call tomorrow after Knicks L, don't take it out on us. We just want to be consistent. Don't take it out on us.
Call up. No, y'all could call up. I just wasn't going to let y'all take over the show tonight. I told you I was going to space out my Detroit calls, which I did. I had y'all in the building. I didn't duck nobody. I said, no, we're not turning this into a Pistons show. I'm going to space it out.
And I appreciate
I knew I had to call number 13. I was going to get you on the line. I was going to get number 2 too. But number 2, we got to relax with number 2 tonight.
While we on here, tell Ty big head ass. I don't mean to curse.
Easy.
He always talking stuff, always calling, crying for 5 minutes. Ty crying Ty. That's what I know him by, because he about to cry every time he get on the phone. Boo-hooing. Lord, geez, he called 5 times a day crying. He be paying the call back and cry. Oh, Ty got a call back.
No, man, my man Ty don't cry. He's an emotional guy, but there's nothing wrong with emotions. We all emotional. You see, number 2 was emotional tonight. Y'all all emotional, man. We all get emotional. It's all right. It's okay. He's not crying though, because you know he's gonna call back now. Now you just started the Civil War. He about to call back.
He gonna call back with the tears. I can expect that. Death
he gonna roast you.
It's a guarantee.
But the fact of the matter, listen, the sad part about all this New York and Detroit energy, we're not even gonna play each other. Like that is the sad part. And I hope y'all keep this.
I 100% agree with you because I do not think y'all get past the Celtics. So you right about that. The
Cleveland Cavaliers gonna dust you. They're gonna sweep y'all up and dust y'all. I ain't gonna say they're gonna sweep y'all. I'm just gonna say they're sweeping y'all up and they're gonna dust y'all off and send you back to Detroit. That's what they're gonna do. 100%.
We'll see.
You got no answers for Cleveland. None.
That should remain to be seen. But let's focus on what's happening tomorrow. Now the ball is in y'all court. That's the next.
Well, y'all still ain't even get out of Orlando too. Even though I got no faith in them, y'all still got to go to a place. They only got one home loss in the last 2 years in the playoffs. So y'all got to go there into enemy territory and try to get a win. We'll see.
We'll see. We'll see.
We'll see.
All
Y'all
right,
good on the
cool.
road, though, but we'll see.
We'll see. We'll see. All right, 100. I appreciate you.
All right, number 9. All right,
Yeah.
big time. All right, that's number 9. See, I'm going to get Detroit on the line. I'm just not letting them take over the goddamn show. All right? Detroit could call. Uh-oh. He done poked the bear. I don't know why he called Ty out. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. I don't know why he did that. I tried to warn him. Oh, boy. Let me get my man Ty on the line. 646-995-8389. Oh, boy. Let's see where Ty want to go. Uh-oh, Ty. I tried to warn him, man. I tried to warn him.
Okay.
I tried. I said, yo, my man Ty does not cry. I don't know what the hell you talking about.
Listen,
But where you want to
man,
go,
listen.
man?
Well, the thing is, because when I got on, I said a few things to your boy Skywalker. So him and Skywalker must be tough because I don't see Skywalker in the chat no more. But listen, all right. Crying Ty, I'll take that, man. The emotional Ty, I'll take that. Listen, diehard Knicks fan, New York to the heart. We don't got love for all. We live and die in the.
That's facts.
Listen, I ain't even gonna spit that on them. But hold on. At the end of the day, I'll be crying Ty. But here's the fact. The fact remains, Detroit. We're gonna do what we've been doing to y'all. The playoffs is what we do to y'all, right? Y'all don't win in the damn playoffs. First of all. You guys are inept. You guys are the bottom of the barrel. This is why none of you guys will not. See, when you look at Kay Cunningham, they had to sit him down. Ain't nothing was wrong with his damn kidney or his rib. They sat him down to give him some rest before the playoffs because they overexerted him during the regular season. They didn't want him to be too tired starting the playoffs, and look what happened already. He's a shell of himself. Kay Cunningham was really never that guy. It took him. How long he been in the league, Karan? How long you been in the league? How long you been
7.
in the league?
I think probably
years.
7. Let me pull it up.
7 years. 7 years. 7 years. It take you that long? 7 years? It take you that long? 7 years? You got Edgecombe coming out the gate. You got Brunson and these boys coming out the gate in 2 to 3, 4 years. 7 years, Kay Cunningham already reached his ceiling, Detroit. I'm sorry to burst y'all bubble. You should have never came for me. Kay Cunningham already reached his ceiling. He has nothing else to get better with. He's not that good. I'm sorry. He's not that good. He's just a tall point guard. And you know what? We always have problems with tall point guards. Henceforth, Halliburton. Because JB is short. But y'all still can't defeat us. Y'all still can't beat us. Y'all calling on our show because y'all want to be us. This is for real. Detroit want to be hard like New York. Y'all want to look like New York. Y'all want to wear the brims like New York. Y'all want the chicks like New York. Y'all want the swag like the men like New York. Y'all want to ball like New York. Nah. Y'all the Motor City. Broken down Motor City. Broke ass down Motown. That's who y'all are. That's who you guys are. You guys always been at the bottom of the barrel. Ain't nothing gonna change from basketball to football. Look at the Detroit Lions. Barry Sanders had to leave y'all because y'all was killing his career. Kay Cunningham got to leave that. You think we gonna let Tobias Harris from Long Island?
Right.
Tobias, you know what I'm talking about. You think we gonna let him, the journeyman, he couldn't even get it done over there with the Clippers, with Kawhi? Listen, are you kidding me? So he gonna come to the East and do it against the Knicks? You guys are trash. You guys let Orlando, y'all let Bane from Memphis come and cook y'all in the first game.
That's a fact.
Cook y'all in the first game. Y'all got Bernie. Listen, y'all coach is trash. He's emotional. You want to talk about emotional? Look at him. He's a crybaby. That's all he do is cry on the sideline. The one thing I can give Mike Brown, he don't cry. He smiles. He sits there look a little goofy because he's smiling all the time. That's why we call him goofy. We don't call him goofy because he don't know what he's doing. We call him goofy because we want him to get a little emotion. But you know what? Your coach is really emotional. Kay Cunningham and your boy Durant, he's too small to play down low. Stop trying to box with the guards, man. Your arms are too short. Y'all can't box with us. Y'all can't play with us. That's why y'all in our chat. Y'all, listen, y'all want to hear what we got to say to y'all. We make y'all relevant by even allowing y'all to come in the chat, man. That's why the man got beside himself and started talking street talk, and he ain't even about that life, because if he was, he would have never put nothing he said on the net.
Yeah,
Stop
let's
playing
not
the
do
net before
that,
you
man.
enter
Let's
the
not
net.
do the street talk, man, in the chat. Come
It's
on.
okay. Let them, because we ain't responding to that. That's how you know we real, because real ones don't speak out loud. The loudest people in the room is the weakest people in the room.
Bingo.
Detroit, y'all weak. Y'all call up. Y'all crying. Y'all happy. Y'all got to win. You want to call me the crybaby? I'll be the crybaby. I'll be the crybaby.
But you talking basketball? We talking bat? We ain't talking nothing. We talking basketball.
Of course, I don't mind being an emotional one, fam. Because in person, I'm a loving guy. I'm a loving guy. I love everybody. But see, that's the problem, Detroit. Y'all angry. Y'all upset. Y'all know y'all outcome is about to happen. Y'all know it. Y'all mad. Y'all want to, you know what it is? Detroit really want to meet us in the earlier rounds because they know they're not going to reach the finals. See that?
Right.
See what they just did?
Right.
See what they just
They
made me
got
do
no
to them?
faith. They ain't got no faith to.
You see?
Todd, they got no faith. I'm with you. They got no faith.
I'm telling you, Karan, that's why they in the chat. They praying. They're praying. They're hoping on the wing and a prayer that we would have been able to play them in the earlier rounds because they know they're not going to make it to the finals. The only team that was predicted and that's going to make it to the finals out of the East is the New York Knicks. That's why everybody coming for us. Everybody was happy when we lost to the Hawks. They couldn't believe it. They couldn't believe it.
Mm-hmm.
So listen, every team is on notice. You guys can call in. I'll take the shots. My skin is thick enough for it. But listen, man, I'll cry. What was his name? Number 9?
Number 9. That's number 9 from Detroit. He ain't calling back.
Yeah.
That's one that we do know. He ain't calling back.
I'm going to split him in half and add a 6 to him.
I don't even think he in the chat. So
I'm
split him at a 6.
Yo, yeah, because he cooked food, man. He well done. He ready to be served.
I told him to leave you alone. I said, don't call him. I told him. I tried to warn him. I said, don't do it, man.
Stop. Leave me alone. I'm okay. My own OKF Nation come at me. You think I'm gonna let some outsiders come at me?
Right. Hell no. I wasn't even gonna let him get away with it. I said, come on, where we going, man? Why are you calling out Ty?
Listen,
come on.
New York family, man. We already have family values. We already got stuff going on. You think we gonna let somebody from the outside? I didn't even know what happened. All I saw was Skywalker talking crazy in the chat, and I just went in after him, fam. You know what I'm saying? You know when you see your family fighting, fam, you just hop in, ask questions later. Yeah, it's all
Listen,
good.
man. Look, Maxine probably would have got rid of him the first message. He would have been up out of there. You know.
But El Figgy held us down.
El Figgy, no, you know what El Figgy did, right? She tried to moderate it. She tried to moderate it to make it smooth, but he wasn't. Yeah, he wasn't trying to follow the program. So he had to get the hell up out of here.
Truth be told, all of them came at his head. Listen, when I came in the chat, I seen Joe, I seen everybody on his head, fam. So yeah, it's all love, man. It's all good. But he's a clown, man. Detroit, I'm gonna let y'all go. But Detroit, you guys they're prone to being inept, fam. They're prone to being mediocre. This is why they're salivating, because they cannot believe they got the 1 seed. We can't believe we snuck out of this season with the 1 seed. They can't believe it. They overachieved. That was their ceiling. They had
That's their championship.
Fam, that's their thank you, Karan.
That's their championship.
That was their that's why they just want to play us for revenge. This is why every time they played us throughout the whole season, they played it like it was a playoff game, and we played it like a regular season, and this is why we let them win.
Yep.
We played them like a regular season game. They played us in the regular season like it was a playoff game, and we was like, damn, y'all going this hard? It's just a regular season. See?
100%.
See the maturity? You see the maturity? They shouldn't have did this.
100%.
I'm gonna get off the call, fam. I just had to respond to my man. You know what I mean? Tell him to go, loosen up his straitjacket, fam. You know what I'm saying?
He said loosen up.
All right, fam.
Oh, God. All right, man. Big time. All right. Damn, we couldn't even make it to the Knicks and Pistons series. the Knicks and Pistons series in 2032, because it ain't happening this year, man. But I gotta give a big tap salute to El Figgy for holding it down. Biggie, I just want to let you know, do an amazing job. If you feel like you got to get rid of somebody, get them the hell up out of here. All right. If you feel as though they're not respecting the chat, get them out of here. I don't mind, people disagreeing and, bigging up their team. That's cool. But, we can't stray from basketball talk. I don't do the LeBron is a bum and LeBron. I don't do that. I don't have to do that. I talk basketball on this channel. Yeah, we're going to roast the other team and have fun, but we don't got to get personal with it. You feel me? So, Figgy, you did a great job. I got to give you a big top salute. El Figgy was in the building. Yeah, she moderated the hell out of that chat. We ain't tolerating no disrespect, but you could be from another team. We got Atlanta being there, whatever now. It is what it is. We not ducking no smoke from nobody. The reason why, I ain't gonna lie, I wasn't going to do the show tonight, but I promised the number 13 I was gonna call him back. That's the only reason why I kept alive. And also I thought it was a good topic, optimistic kind of vibes. Like I really do think that we're gonna make the transition tomorrow. I think we're gonna do what we need to do to get the win. You feel me? And get my man Tugboat Taylor in the building. What's good, Tugboat?
What's happening, brother?
Yo, man, tonight was crazy. I don't understand, but we good though, man. How you feeling, Tugboat? Tonight was a positive show. I think that these guys are focused, and I think we're coming out for blood in Atlanta, and I expect a blowout. I think that we're gonna blow them out. I think we're gonna take it to them. I just hope they don't come back on us.
That's not I was calling out. So what's the show about tonight? We on positive vibes, right?
We on positive vibes. So look, it's multiple topics. So I started with what I started. I think I started with Mikal. I'm not sure if I started with Mikal, but Mikal, this is one of the topics.
With Mikal.
Yeah, no, because look, they did an interview today. I'm not sure if you saw it. It was Mikal.
No, I've been Josh. Yeah, I heard about the media. So what was it? What was it? A post-game conference? Or
no,
what
just practice day. Every day they interview someone.
Okay.
Every day. So in the playoffs. So today was their day, and I thought that I love their response. I felt like they showed me they're locked in. They're ready for war. They're ready for battle. They're ready to atone for the game 2 loss. They locked in. Josh Hart kept talking about focus. Mikal said, pretty much he's ready. Just to paraphrase him, I can't remember the exact quote, but I just love the energy, the accountability, and the fact that they know what they have to do going into game 2, right? And also I brought up some of the patterns with we go on these 21-0 runs, but then we'll blow 15-point leads, 16-point leads.
Yeah,
it's been a trend. So I kind of mixed that in. That I think now with even Mike Brown's commentary, he's taking accountability, saying it was his fault. He also said, and this was the main topic tonight. He said that no one is talking about the Atlanta Hawks. They had 42 paint points in the second half. And I was like, I raised my hand. Yeah, I've been saying.
Oh, yeah, I was saying, yeah, you did.
I know, Mike, you probably never listened to the show, but I said I don't give a goddamn about the 3-ball. We need to protect that goddamn paint. And so I think because
to the show, he must have just missed that episode. We know he
probably missed that episode.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you right now, that is the key to victory. We hold down the paint. And I think they're going to take that into game 3 and they're going to mix it up. And, we talked about CJ. We think CJ might have 13 points with 7 of them in garbage time. I expect to.
Who do you think's locking that up?
I think they're going to mix it up.
Okay, because I'm about to say Hart was doing a phenomenal job on Jalen Johnson.
Yeah, you might see that. But then now we might, though, to play with their mind, we might put Brunson on the Walker kid.
See, that's what I figured.
But now let's see if Walker could do what CJ did. But then, if Walker start percolating, we're going to move him around. Because that's one thing Mike Brown said. We're going to move Brunson around. And he didn't do that in game 2.
What was because my boy, he was messing with me on it, my Heat brother. And I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, what do we do with Brunson when that situation happens? Like when we playing against Tyrese Maxey, how do we keep Brunson off of that?
Oh, that's easy. See, most teams don't got a CJ McCollum.
Mm-hmm.
Like most teams don't got 3 dudes that initiate offense. Like
Oh,
most
right.
teams got
Okay.
2. So we
Yeah.
just put him on the other guy. That's what we all.
Right.
That's what we do with everybody. You feel me?
Yeah, because I think he
So
normally checks like
mhm.
Kelly Oubre or something like that.
Right,
And I'm like,
bingo.
yeah, I'm like,
That's his
that's always
assignment.
odd. Yeah. Okay.
Kelly Oubre. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, that's his assignment. Even against the Celtics, it'll probably be Derek White.
Right.
Probably be Derek White. Because Derek White, yes, he's solid. He's a good player. You know, I'm not trying to knock Derek White, but he ain't the assassin that CJ is.
Sometimes he has those
He's not
nights,
the
but he's
assassin.
not
No, he has.
not like what CJ is.
All right, let me tell you what the difference, right? So Derek White ain't going downhill on pick and roll like that.
Right.
CJ been doing that. I trust me. I watch the Hawks a lot. He go downhill on everybody. They all go downhill. That's what makes them unique. Johnson, they come off that screen. They're not just selling it for threes all the time. They go into the Baja off the screen hard. And then Onyeka Okongwu also rolls hard sometimes. Sometimes he pops, but they go into the basket.
Yeah, and he got hurt last game, right? Am I saying that wrong?
Okongwu, well, he came into the game with an injury.
Right.
So
did he finish the
I'll
game?
pull it up. Yeah, he did. He was on the floor.
Oh, he did. Okay, I thought it was just that guy, whatever the guy's name, Guy
came back too, though. Guy came back.
Yeah. No, I thought it was just him out there. I thought Buddy got hurt. But yeah.
No, yeah, he's not on the injury report at all, so he'll be there.
Okay. Right on.
Oh.
There was a first comment you made though. What was fell off on that tangent.
What about Bridges and Hart?
No, not about Bridges. I don't remember. I remember what it was. But those were the only 2 that spoke at practice?
Yeah, them 2, and then I think Mike Brown also spoke too today. I didn't see the video, but I read the comments.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I mean, we're gonna go in there and take names, man. I mean, if they sound like that, did Brunson speak out?
No, Brunson didn't speak today. Not that I seen. I didn't see nothing from Brunson.
Okay. Who
I ain't worried.
You think it's gonna be a team effort, or you think it's gonna be a Mikal night?
I'm thinking Mikal is going to turn up, but I don't know how many shots he's going to get. But I think he might get one of them 6 for 6 nights, 7 for 7 nights, where he's just making everything and he has 20 points on the low. And you're like, damn, how Mikal got 20? I think it's going to be one of them nights, and I hope Bodega Cat shows up. And he doesn't fall in love
that's
with
that's what I was going back to that previous comment about you know, the issue in the paint against us that nobody spoke out on except for yourself. But like I said, it's like if Cat ain't getting double doubles, I mean that's part of that problem, right? This is all
that's bingo. Because they on the offensive glass, even though we killing them on the glass, like seriously, like it's a thrashing on the glass, but they're still getting timely offensive rebounds.
Yeah.
And like we gotta really like they could like I would love to just hold them to like 4 offensive rebounds. Now that's very difficult. They're not a great offensive rebounding team anyway, though.
Right.
But even if they get 5, 6 offensive rebounds, it could hurt us because they're not always just a 3-point shooting team, too. Like they'll go right up.
Yeah.
They're not just a splash it out type team like that. Yeah, they do. But they trying to get to that paint, though.
That's what I always say. I'm like, when they get their points, you know, we kind of play for the fouls every now and then. It gets annoying because they really just go up and just try to get that bucket. And if a foul
they trying to get that goddamn bucket. Yeah. Bingo. They don't give a damn about a foul. They going straight to the bucket.
Yeah.
Every time. Or most of the time. Not every time, but most of the time.
Most of the time. Yep. But yeah. So you thinking Cat. And what the thing with Mikal is you can tell when it's a Mikal night because they literally try to force feed him the buckets early in the game. You see it every time. It's like they try to force him in. With Cat will disappear the whole first half. Then the second half happened. He has 30 and 11. Yeah, it's like what happened? He'll have 4 points in the first half and end the game with 28 and 12.
It's the part of the problem is the strategy of not getting Cat towards the basket. Now he has been passing more on his drives this year. Which is cool. So if he passed on the drive, live with it, because more than likely it'll probably be a good shot because they're probably helping or whatever. But I need him going to the basket.
Yeah.
Like if he's gonna pass, at least let's get it towards the basket.
Do you want him to go to the basket with that goofy fall, or do you want him to like go for the basket and go for that tough basket? Because that's the only thing. When he goes for that basket, it comes with that doofy fall.
Sometimes it's gonna be sometimes it's gonna be a doofy fall, but he got to man up. You the biggest dude down there. Stop trying to flop all the time. And
it's funny because you can tell too when you're watching it. You're like, oh, he's gonna actually go for the dunk this one. There's something I can't exactly pinpoint it, but there's always that time where he's like, oh, he's about to yam it, and then you can easily see, oh, he's going up for that doofy foul.
Right.
So. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens with my boy. Yeah, I mean, but like I said, I feel good about tomorrow. I'm not stressed. It'll be a light day on the conversation post game. We'll all be like, oh yeah, we knew, because even like the first win we had, we were all just kind of in there like, yeah, of course.
Right. we wasn't like Detroit tonight coming in like, yeah, boy, I told you.
Not at all. That killed me. I'm like, look, we got way more, typical New York fans, we got way more energy on the loss. And then when we win, it's like, oh yeah, I mean, yeah, I knew that. I knew that.
Yep.
Yeah, so yeah, let's get this series over with. Let's finish them out with this gentleman sweep. Because if we do that, if we do gentleman sweep, that means we win at the crib, right?
Yep. And that'd be lit.
Well, even if it's not, even if let's say it does go to what's that, 6 games?
We'll
still be in the crib though, right?
We'll be in the crib, but in Atlanta. We in our down south crib. You feel me?
Oh, okay. We're in a cocoon nest. Okay.
We're gonna be in our down south, but they might have a block party up here. You know, they got they be doing the block parties and stuff like that. So yeah, it'll be crazy in New York either way.
Yeah, how you think the crowd's gonna turn out tomorrow? You think it's gonna be New York?
Oh man,
MSG South for real?
We're gonna have the 5 elements of hip hop, dog. We're gonna have graffiti. We're gonna have break dancing. Yo, by the way, I dropped that short with us talking about the Knicks fans going to Atlanta. I dropped it on TikTok. Yeah. I don't know what views it did or anything, but yeah, you were saying you was going there.
About throwing the lemon pepper wings.
Yo, fire! That was fire.
Pepper wings on them, man. Throw the bones on the court. Yeah, that's gonna be fun. Especially, I think, especially after taking a loss, it's gonna cause more New York fans to come down there even more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it may be by design, but yeah, it's definitely gonna be. I think it's gonna be a great turnout, a very fun game. And I think you gonna say we beating them by 20, or you think it's still gonna be a close game?
I think it's gonna be a blowout.
Yeah,
I just hope we don't have a collapse. Because I'm telling you right now, the Hawks. You think we the king of the fake comebacks? The Atlanta Hawks are the king of the fake comebacks.
I want no strays to hear this. We're not.
They are the kings.
I want no strays to hear this. We are not, y'all. We not about to blow no lead like that 2 times.
Oh yeah, Boston. They are the #1 lead blowers.
We are not, 100%. Y'all. So I'm not even worried about that. I mean, we have those moments.
The #1 lead blowers, bro.
Yeah. We have those moments, but we're not consistent with that. Yeah. Nah. Put that on Boston.
Yeah, right. Yeah, nah. No, 100%.
Right on, man. Good show,
but
man.
I appreciate you, man.
Yeah, we live, man. Positive vibes only, man.
Yep.
Oh, shout out Detroit #13. That's positive vibes too.
I like them. I called him earlier too. I'm not sure if you heard it.
I
heard
a
nice
little
call. Oh, okay. Yeah. I like him. He was wild with that Detroit pizza, but it was a good conversation. Besides that, everything else was good.
I was tripping because I'm from Virginia, and I was like, nah, we got frozen Detroit pizza. I'm like, nah, that's kind of fire. And then I saw Zach put in the comments. He's like, yo, that's fake Sicilian pizza. And I was like, oh yeah, it sure enough is. So,
bingo! Right, that's the Sicilians. Yeah, that's what we call it in New York.
Exactly. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm tripping. I was sitting here by the side like, yeah, Detroit pizza is kind of fire. But nah, that is the fake Sicilian pizza. So yeah, shout out New York pizza, man.
We ain't thinking about no goddamn Detroit, man. It's Chicago and New York. Chicago, the only other place that can talk about pizza.
Nah, I ain't giving Chicago that lasagna pizza.
No, I'm not saying it's better than New York pizza. I'm saying, but like people, if you at nationwide, New York is first, Chicago's #2. No one's thinking about Detroit. I'm sorry. We're not thinking about Detroit pizza.
I'm putting Connecticut before I put Chicago. Chicago, nah.
Well, yeah, but that's the Northeast. You know, Connecticut is like, we all tri-state. We all,
fair enough.
So when we say New York, we talking about all of that. You know what I'm saying? The whole region over there.
Yeah. Okay. Bet. 100%. Yeah, man.
All right.
I'll holler back at you, man. Yeah, we'll get that win tomorrow, and we'll talk tomorrow.
No doubt. All right. Yeah, don't get it twisted. I'm not saying Chicago pizza is better than New York. No, New York is the best. God, every time I leave New York to have pizza, I'm terrified. I'm like, oh my God, my stomach feels crazy. No one does pizza like New York. I hadn't been to Chicago, but I've been to the airport. And I'm not saying that represents Chicago pizza, but I had pizza at the airport at Chicago. It was not good, bro. 100% it was not. Let me see who this is. Hello, caller. State your name. Where you calling from, family? Turn down your background.
Hello?
Yeah, turn down your background, family. What's your name? Where you calling from?
And I'm not saying that represents Chicago. My name is Hooper. I'm Hooper.
Your name is who?
My name is Musa.
Oh, Musa. How's it going, Musa? Big time salute, man. I remember you. How you feeling, family?
Let's go.
I'm feeling good. We just gotta, what do you call it? We just gotta cat the ball, man. They got a wing on him. How you not gonna feed him the ball? How you gonna let the offense get stagnant in the fourth? Don't make sense.
So who you blame for that? You blaming for Mike Brown for that, or who you blaming?
I blame both parties. I blame Brunson and Mike Brown. Mike Brown should have Mike Brown should have realized that, hey, you gotta get something going there.
Well, he
And
called
Brunson,
a timeout. What do you think he told him in the timeout that he called? Because he did call a timeout. That
Yeah, it was like at the 2:43 mark, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah. What did he say?
I have no clue, but I mean, I don't know. I can't. I wish we knew
I'm just
this.
saying, it clearly it didn't work.
Yeah,
I don't know
whatever he
what the
said
hell he
didn't work.
telling him.
Whatever their
Hell
offensive
no.
didn't work. Whatever the offensive
Right.
coordinator said, damn near ain't listen.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I hear you on Cat. He needs to get towards the basket,
Yeah.
Or shoot the three.
Yeah, no cat, no
But
rings.
do something.
Yeah, no cat, no
I
rings.
I hope. I hope, man. I hope.
Yeah,
I
it's
hear
just
you.
like, we gotta figure that out. I'm glad Mike Brown was able to admit today that, hey, it was on me. I didn't, properly give them I probably didn't run stuff for them,
Yeah. And
But that
Brunson
was
said
also why I
he
kind
could
of
have
wanted
passed.
to.
Yeah, Brunson said he could have passed it down the stretch more too.
Yeah.
He did say that.
But also, I would have liked Clarkson in that moment. That's where you need Jordan Clarkson out there to just give you buckets. Or
What do you
just put
think about
Mitch in.
Shaman? What do you think about
Shaman-
Shaman?
Yo, Shaman and Deuce cannot run point guard to save his life. Turnovers after turnovers were killing the Knicks in the second quarter. And you also can't run
that
a
was
non-second unit without either Cat or Brunson. It don't make sense to me.
That part. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, you need to have either one.
Yeah.
So what are we doing in the next game? Are we gonna put Jose out there over
Let's see.
Deuce?
I mean, he played a little bit of Jose in that game too, so he might go to Jose. I think the game will tell him what to do. That's what game 2 told him to do. I think he
Okay.
read the game. It was like, all right, yeah, we need a ball handler. Let's get him out there.
Right. Okay.
I think it was one of those reading the game moments for him.
Right. Okay. That's fair.
I think
That's fair.
Yeah, I think they'll come out better offensively. Hopefully in the fourth, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens in the second if they run if they run with Karl-Anthony Towns or what do they do there.
So I got a
Because-
question for you too. What do you think we're gonna do with CJ McCollum?
Yo, bro, we
would
got to
this-
get Brunson off of him, man. Brunson is getting humiliated. You got to put one of your other defenders on him. One of the wings got to guard him. Because
Right.
here's the thing, right? You can stick Brunson on to Dyson Daniels for all I care. Dyson Daniels can't shoot. Let Brunson guard Dyson Daniels.
Right. I would love to see it one time. I know for whatever reason I think I know why, because Dyson is a power forward in their system.
But
so
he ain't gonna do much. She's
that's
just
what I'm
standing there.
saying. Oh, you know what you could do?
Yeah.
This is what you could do, right? You could
Yeah.
blitz the pick and roll. Blitz it there.
Yeah.
So like if Dyson setting the screen, I would blitz the pick and roll because Dyson ain't a threat to do much.
Nope. He's
I would just
sitting
double
there
him.
doing nothing.
Bingo.
But-
Double
but
up and rotate.
Yeah, but I'd also maybe try to stick a wing on him, Maybe put not Josh Hart, maybe like OG
Put
or
on
Mikal.
Bridges. It gotta be
Yeah.
Bridges.
It's
Gotta
gonna
be
have to be Bridges.
Yeah.
But the problem is, then who do you put on Alexander Walker? That's the issue.
No, Brunson got. I would put. You know what I would do?
What?
Old school basketball. Just switch. And then if I gotta switch again, just keep switching. That's what I would do. I would just keep switching it. You know what I mean? Mess with their heads. What play is McCollum? Oh, what do I do now? He's here.
Or this.
You
You
know
know what the Lakers did yesterday? The KD, they double teamed him and he cannot score the ball.
that part.
That's
Blitz
what you
him.
got to do too.
Blitz him.
Because KD yesterday had a horrible time trying to score the ball. I was watching the game. I was like, yeah, KD cannot score the ball to save his life.
Right, and the Lakers are good at that zone too.
Yeah,
Like because they did that against us too. They ran that zone. We had no answers for it.
So like, I don't know what's the answer for it. For truly, because here's the thing, you can stick Bridges on what's his name, CJ, right? But then Mikal Alexander Walker will see Brunson and be like, oh wow, I can just score the ball every time now.
I would love to see it because Mikal hasn't really shot well. He looks a little fragile, or frazzled, but maybe he might be better in Atlanta. So maybe we might need to just try some zone or something, to try to mix it up.
I don't know. That's the big question. Who do they stick on?
That's the big question.
Because bro, you can't have CJ humiliating you, scoring damn near 30 a game to beat you.
I think they might. You know what I think? I think they'll switch it up in the beginning of the game just to see, and then if Walker starts killing, and they'll make the adjustment. I think they're gonna make faster adjustments this time too.
They have to. I mean, it's a If you lose to the Hawks in the first round, you got bigger concerns.
Right.
But they're not gonna lose. There's no way. Come on, man.
That's not
hell
happening.
no. If you lose to you can't lose to the Hawks, man.
CJ McCollum is a solid player. I said he was gonna be their best player, but he's not good enough to beat us.
No, he's not. He's not. He's not their closer. He's just
right.
He's washed. I mean, I'm not saying he's washed.
He's not
like,
washed. He's solid, but he ain't a great player.
No.
Yeah, he's not a great player. He's not like a Jason Tatum or nothing. Like, he ain't. Yeah, he ain't nothing like that.
That's the thing, though. It's just like we're gonna have to figure it out how to win tomorrow. Hopefully, they don't fall into the same traps.
Right.
That fourth quarter. That's really what killed them. The fourth and the second.
Right. I feel you, man. But
no, go ahead. What were you saying?
No, I was going to get your final word out. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say like, I'm just curious to see what adjustment Mike Brown makes in the second quarter to start, and who does he stick on CJ ultimately? Because I mean, like CJ's just killing Brunson every single time.
We might have to blitz it. Like, you know what we could do? We could play see, I'm a basketball strategist. So what I would do, I would run the same thing just to see what CJ do. Now, if CJ scores 2 buckets in a row, then we're going to switch it.
Let me ask you this. What do you think Tom Thibodeau would have done if he was the coach right now?
Oh, man.
Like, if
he might have put him...
Like, say Brunson was guarding him in game 1, right? And he saw Brunson was getting killed. What would he do?
He might have put him on Daniels.
You think
he might have put him on? I think he might have put him on Daniels. I don't know. I got a funny feeling he would have did that. I don't know though. But I think it might have been that.
Yeah. Hopefully that's what we do. We put Jalen on Dyson, and then you stick Cat. I mean, you can stick Cat on CJ. That's okay, I guess. But
no, not Cat on CJ. Oh no.
Because then that
Cat will go on Okongwu. Cat goes on Okongwu.
So then what's his face guard? OG. Oh yeah, then yeah, that works. OG can guard. That's even better.
He could guard Walker, or he could bingo.
Yeah, OG on CJ is perfect. That's what you need. OG bingo. On CJ, Dyson on Jalen, and you got Cat on the paint.
Bingo. So that way they run and pick and roll. We could switch it.
Yeah.
And switch and blitz. That's another thing you could definitely run. Like, all right, Brunson's there. We're gonna double and make this rotate. That's it.
And if they double Brunson, I feel like they should stick Jordan Clarkson in there, because like I feel like that game 2 really needed Clarkson in that fourth. You just cannot. Jalen could not. He was getting double, and they were checking shots. At least Clarkson would have what do you call it? Settled down the game, if you will, right? Like
I agree. And Clarkson is a major key, but I appreciate you, Musa. I got your name locked in. I remember you called him before, though. I just didn't lock in your name. Big time salute.
Appreciate it.
All right. My man Musa right there. Hold on. Get my man Joe. AC in the building. This is a Knicks show. Okay? And I'm talking to my Knicks people. All right. The chat look good. Let's see Joe calling you back.
Telephone number.
Joe, call back. This guy Joe always got his call screened. I think that's my strategy though. But CJ, I'm gonna blitz him. I'm gonna run the same defense. If he gets 2 buckets in a row, we blitzing him every time. Or I'm just gonna change up the matchup. Put Brunson on Walker. Let's see what happens. Keep moving him around. Blitz him. I would force Dyson Daniels to beat us. I have no faith in Dyson Daniels. What's good, Joe?
Yo. Thanks for taking my call, Karan. Hey, man,
big
this
time.
is going to be a emotional call for me just because it's officially been 1 year since I made the call last year on the channel that I'm not going to promote. But
Okay.
last year at this time, I was saying, yo, Tibbs, it's getting a little late. We need to start implementing our bench players into the game and get them some minutes. Because once we move along in the playoffs, these guys are going to need some run to get warmed up once we see these better teams in these better series.
Right.
So it's 1 year later. I'm reiterating the same thing, but I'm not speaking to Tibbs. I'm speaking to Mike Brown. It is time to start implementing players off of our bench that aren't playing into our rotation so we can start executing our game plan at a higher level. And once we move further down the playoffs, our guys will be ready to play. They're going to fill their roles that they need to fill, and the sky's the limit for this team. So for me, the same thing I said to Tibbs last year is the same thing I'm going to say to Mike Brown right now. Mike Brown, it's up to you. You got to make the adjustments. You got to make the rotations. You got to put in Jeremy Sohan in certain defensive positions to make him the most successful. And you know what? I'm also going to say it. You might not like it.
Oh,
Tyler
Lord.
Kolek.
No.
Tyler Kolek.
Go ahead.
He's got to play over GTA if Deuce isn't playing well. This would be a completely different story if Deuce was playing the way I thought he was going to play.
So now CJ McCollum is going to cook Tyler Kolek.
No,
Gonna be the same thing.
I'm not putting Kolek on McCollum. No.
So where you gonna put him?
I do like what Angie said. Would put Sohan on him like the first substitution out of the rip. Let's just see what he can do.
And then who Kolek's gonna guard?
But like I said, man, this is the coach. He's got to make the adjustments. He's got to make the rotation.
That's why GTA is out there, because he can guard CJ. That's why GTA's out there. He can guard him.
Listen, I'm not saying not to play GTA. I'm just saying we can't play Deuce and Shamit if they're both going to stink up the place.
No, now that I agree with you. I agree with you on that part. Now you're right on that part.
The whole point of this call, though, is that I'm just going to reiterate the same things that I said last year on the phone call. I got
you.
I'm saying the same exact things.
You want to put it on the record?
It's time to make these rotations. They need to work in our favor. That's all I gotta say.
So I got one for you, Joe. I got one for you. What about Mo Diawara for Shamit? If Shamit's not balling, how you feel about that?
I love it.
Okay.
Throw him in. You know what?
Okay.
Throw him in. Because you know what?
Yeah.
Shamit, if you're not gonna give me 40-point games, see you, buddy.
You said 40. Damn.
That's right there. We're in the playoffs.
Damn. Could he give me 14? I would just like 14. I don't need 40. 14.
Last year I was saying DeLon Wright and Shamit, put them in the game. It can help us. This year it's Sohan and Kolek. You know what I'm saying? Shamit isn't Deuce and Shamit. They gotta, they're both coming off of injury. There's only so much they can do. If we had fully healthy players and they were, they were hitting their ceiling of where they can, I know these guys can perform. I know these guys are good basketball players, but right now we're in the first round of the playoffs. They're both coming off injury. They're a little rusty. We got other pieces, like you were saying with the tools. We got our tools laid out. What happens to a tool when it sits out for too long? It's a little rust.
That's facts.
And that's the downfall of Tibbs last year. Tibbs, he didn't play our guys.
Tibbs is a whole different monster, man. Tibbs don't even take no advice from nobody, nor did he take accountability.
It was horrible.
Nor did he ever say I was wrong. Did you ever hear Tibbs say that?
That's why I have so much faith in Mike Brown to make the adjustment, because he's not Tibbs.
Right.
He's not going to be stubborn. He's gonna do it. I see Mike Brown making the adjustment, but he's got to see it too. He's got to see Brunson getting burned by McCollum every 9 for 12 when he's guarded by Brunson. We gotta do some switching. Some preemptive switches. Another thing, too, I
hear
want to
you.
say before I go is Cat, Karl Anthony Towns. He's operating from the perimeter at a hub to facilitate. I want to see him getting closer to the basket. Make this
Thank
job a
you.
little easier for yourself. Open
Thank
lanes up
you.
for the other
10
players.
seconds.
Thank
So,
you.
hey, man, thanks for
That's
taking
all
my
I'm
call.
saying. Thank you, Joe.
Salute.
All right. Now, Joe ended it good. Only thing I disagreed with him was the Tyler Kohler, but everything else he said was on the money. I agree with it wholeheartedly. At this point in time, we can't be like Coach Tibbs and stick with the same 9 guys, especially if those guys are not performing. But my man Ty, he said, "Yo, man, I got more to say." I don't even know he's triggered, but that's just the thing we do. Big time salute to J-Tap Mob. Where you at, man? Where you at? Joe, J-Tap Mob, I thought Musa was you, because I thought that was one of your many numbers that you have.
No, I'm not triggered,
Ty.
Karan. I just wanted to
I know.
I wanted to talk basketball, man. Like,
Let's go.
Everybody made some really good points. The thing I just want to speak about real quick, man, is that I think Tyler Kolek should get some of Grand Theft's time. Only because Tyler, if we go back and look at the end-season chip, we literally won that chip with him playing the way he was playing. I don't want to discredit him for that, man. He worked hard, and the reason why the Knicks still have him on the squad is because Tyler Kolek is really a good player. Now, you can't expect him to guard 94 feet. That's not his play, but he plays hard on defense, a little harder than Brunson. Brunson does draw the most fouls as far as taking charges, but Tyler Kolek, he does try to get over the screen and under the screens, and he can actually hit an open shot to where GTA, he doesn't. He misses a lot of open shots. That hurts us because they're daring him to shoot. Now, when you're talking about Diawara, I don't know. I think that, first of all, we brought Clarkson over here to get some run. He needs to be he needs to be on the floor. You know what I'm saying?
But I'm saying with Diawara though, right? Clarkson with Diawara, not in spite of Diawara.
Well, yeah. But see, what I'm thinking, Karan, honestly, is like when we looking at everything. So how does it look like? Okay, you got Diawara, and Diawara is a beast, right? His ceiling is really high. I don't mind him in the game at all. But if Shammy can give me 12 points, that's 4 3-pointers. If Deuce can give me 12 points, that's 4 3-pointers. The shot making for the Knicks is the key. It don't matter who we have on the floor. If the guys on the floor, if the guys who are shooting the three can open the floor up for the Knicks so JB can work and Towns can work. That's what we're all asking. We're trying to plug and play. We're trying to figure out who can do what, bring this person in, bring that person in. Hey, they all can come in, but if they're not making those shots, open shots, because they're going to be left open, then we're still at the same drawing board. Because our defense, heck, honestly speaking, our defense is good, bro. We have a really good defense. And now that Karl Anthony Towns in the playoffs, I think he's averaging like 2 blocks or 1.5, 2 blocks, something like that in the playoffs now. That's really good because that's something he wasn't doing during the regular season. So when you're talking about our defense, the double bigs does work against Atlanta. They do work. It worked all season long.
You lost me there. You lost me there.
No. The double bigs do work though, Karan. The thing is, what hurts the double bigs is when we're not scoring like we're supposed to. See, the double bigs is always going to be a threat for defense. But it's when it's on the offensive end, we look suspect with having Mitch and Towns out there, neither one of them doing anything offensively. If they're on the floor,
I'm slight pushback. I think the double big lineup actually is probably worse defensively because now Towns got to guard power forwards that's elusive, and that's not his strong suit. Towns' strong suit is in the paint. You don't need him on the perimeter guarding fours. Mitchell Robinson, you don't need him on the perimeter guarding fours. You need them in the paint.
I don't know. I see Mitch lateral movement is really good. He really can guard. Mitchell Robinson, if you really look at it, I don't know. If you really look at Mitch get a lot of his steals on the perimeter. You're right. Carl should be down there in stationary because, he a little goofy trying to be up there guarding somebody.
Damn, he's a little goofy.
No, as far as his feet, he's sleek-footed, man. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, it's funny. Remember, they depicted him as goofy on ESPN. That's why I'm laughing too.
I'm not
They
calling him
did.
goofy. I'm just saying he's slew-footed, like, you know what I'm saying? And then he rumbling and tumbling to the basket when he get the ball. But I'm just saying, yeah. But I'm just saying, like, when you look at Mitch plays the lanes. He guards their best perimeter player. Mitch is really agile when it comes to defense. But I'm just saying, I think it works if we allow, if the offense is clicking. That's really the whole point. Clarkson got to make his shots. He was a dog last game. I just feel like we dropped the ball, but he was a dog last game. We need
he
Deuce.
was.
We need Deuce. Deuce got to understand. Deuce really set the tone for us to lose that game because when we was on our way to blowing out Atlanta, he had 3 turnovers in a row. 3.
Yep.
And it was like, damn, you know what I'm saying? So at this point, we need Deuce to step up. If Deuce is not really well, he needs to sit down and let other players get in the game, like Diawara and those boys, because this is the playoffs. We can't do no experimentations right now.
Ty, really quickly, I know you cooking, but see, one thing about me, I speak from data and information, not just how I feel. Double big lineup right now in the playoffs, 2.9 minutes, a -2.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what though? But I think that's subject. I think that's subject to be criticized only because they have to help the double bigs. See, we're looking at the double bigs and we think we're blaming the double bigs. How can you think about it? Every successful team that has won chips had 2 decent big men. 2. When you look at most champions, even with the Boston Celtics, they had 2, Al Horford, and I forget the other big man name. You always have 2 decent big men, and you can play them at the same time.
But you want to know the difference? Can I tell you the difference?
Go ahead.
Remember, both of their big men shoot threes. They play 5-out offense. Mitch ain't shooting threes. So now Mitch is either he's setting a screen or he's waiting by the basket for an offensive rebound. That already prevents spacing. Another thing, too, that Boston did is, remember, everybody plays defense on Boston. So Al Horford is actually their weakest link.
I don't know.
And KP. KP is only strong in the paint. That's it. But KP on pick and roll, trash. But they ran a matchup zone. And that protected their weak links on defense. Just saying.
But you know what? But I think what we're saying the same thing, but I think it's really just strategic, right? So like when you're looking at it, some of those factors that you're pointing out goes back to Mike Brown. How is he seeing the floor as a coach? Because you can't have that much talent and you can't formulate a nice formula for us to come out with a decent win. You can't tell me that you can have Miles Turner and what's his name? Who killed us? No, Miles Turner and
Siakam?
Siakam. 2 bigs. See what I'm saying?
Nah, Siakam ain't a 5 though. Siakam really is a 3, but he played 4.
Thank you. So I just want to go with what he played. He played 4 and Turner was playing the 5. Right?
That's what we need. We need Siakam. Siakam with Towns.
You're about to make me throw up. You're about to make me throw up. I don't want nobody.
Problems, dog.
Come on, Karan.
Siakam with Towns wouldn't be fire?
See,
come on.
No. I don't like Siakam. I know
you don't like him, but it would be fire. Come on, man.
I'll take
like we don't like Reggie Miller, but if you put Reggie Miller with Patrick Ewing, they winning a championship. God damn it!
Karan, you did this on purpose. I gotta go.
No, stay. Look, I'm gonna show you something.
You knew how to get me.
To my surprise, to my surprise, I didn't realize that Mitchell Robinson is a -2.5. Because what I was gonna do was I was gonna show you the double big to them individually because usually Mitch plays better by himself. For sure, we did a members only show on that. I showed y'all the evidence. Mitchell Robinson, when he's out there by himself at the 5, he's fire. But
why? Because normally when Mitchell's out there by himself, Alvarado is in. And he loves to throw Mitch them alley-oops. Brunson's starting to do it now. See, Mitch don't got a problem setting the pick and roll into the basket. Nobody can jump with him. They're not as big as him. But when you sit there and you look at the totality, fam, you got Mitchell Robinson, who's agile. You can put him anywhere. He's not going to jump shoot anybody, but he's going to go to that basket. And Towns, who likes to play on the perimeter to the
That's the
foul line.
problem. We don't need Towns on the. We need him driving to the tie.
That's a fact.
Towns is at his best when he's driving to the basket.
That's a fact.
And not drawing charges, of course.
I'm in agreement. I don't want him up top. I just said that's the plays they're calling for Towns. They're trying to use him like Jokic.
So then it's Mike Brown's fault.
Oh, for sure, fam. That's what I just said.
All right.
The way he's seeing the floor, he's not putting the formula together. We have too many. Look at our bench. Deuce, Clarkson.
But Todd, really quick, I'm gonna let you cook. But could I defend my client? My summer client is gonna be Mitchell Robinson.
No,
for a reason.
You don't gotta defend Mitch because I'm a Mitch fan. You try.
Y'all don't want to pay him. Y'all don't want to pay him.
No, you know you don't want to pay him because you keep saying he gone, he definitely gone. Yeah, you
want to pay him.
No, you don't. You want him to go. I know the truth.
Wait, I'm the one that put my reputation on the line.
No, look,
defending this guy.
Karan, you want him to go for that Greek salad. I know what you're talking about.
No, he won't go. Remember, he's going to be a free agent, so he might be a casualty. But look, let me just hold on. I'm not allowed to talk about a guy from Greece. I'm not allowed.
I said the Greek
salad. Hold on. I only can talk about cooking with hot grease. That's it. I can't talk about grease. But look, I want to, before people jump off the deep end and try to shun Mitchell Robinson because he's a -2.5.
I love him.
Plus minus is a team stat.
Right.
So how I use plus minus is I'm using it in the way it's supposed to be used. It's a team stat. It's a lineup stat. So I'm using it to compare lineups. All right. Now, so far, I want to see more. I think Mitchell Robinson is better than -2.5.
He needs to be on the floor more, bro. He really needs to be on the floor.
That's another part of the problem. Yes. And that's probably why he won't be here next year, unfortunately. But look, it's not because I don't want him to be.
No, you don't.
No,
you don't want,
hold on.
No, you want the Greek salad. No, it's okay.
We need to have an intervention. We need to have an intervention, Ty, because there's a lot of business and politics at play. I told y'all the load management was a bunch of crap, and we still see it load management in the goddamn playoff.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So I agree with you in theory. Listen, in theory, all of y'all are right. The double big lineup should be fire, but it's not. It's
against the Hawks, it is. Against the Hawks, it is, though. Throughout the season, if you look at the double bigs against the Atlanta Hawks throughout the season.
Do you want me to put those numbers up? You know, we could put those numbers up there. You know that,
yeah,
right?
we did very well against them. The double bigs did very well against Atlanta in the regular
Let's pull it up.
I'm telling you.
We gonna see. We gonna see. We gonna see what the plus minus is.
I'm telling you the plus minus. I'm telling you we did very good with the double bigs. You know, if the point of the matter is what our guards and our shooting guards are like Anunoby, Mikal, those boys got to step up. We're asking guys who's not used to dribbling the ball to dribble the ball and make plays. No, Mikal and OG got to step up. They got to step up and play. That's what we got them there for. We're putting all this pressure on Brunson because, you know, I'm going to hop on Brunson Haig because I love him. But, you know, I'm not against Brunson. I'm just saying, okay, if you're the floor general, bro, put people in their position. Point them out.
Could OG Anunoby dribble the ball properly and not turn it over? Is that possible?
I know, fam. He slew-footed too, fam. He goofy on the feet too, fam. I don't know. I think he was a football player. I don't know why he played like that every 5 minutes.
All right, so Ty, really quickly, you my man. I love talking to you because you know what? You always challenge me, and you make me go deep in my bag. God damn it! So you said the double big lineup was monumental against the Hawks. Well, I hate to burst your bubble.
We played well against them. We did not.
The double big lineup only played one game, and they only played 3.7 minutes together.
Oh, okay. I thought we did well. Against it. But what was the
and they were a 0. They were a plus minus 0. That's 0 impact. They didn't make no difference. Anyway, but all right.
That wasn't bad.
Sorry.
That wasn't that bad. I'm gonna get off. No, that's fine. I'm gonna get off. But I just wanted to call him because I just wanted to say, really quick. We gotta I know y'all frowning on Kolick. I need Deuce the ball. We need Deuce. We need that Deuce. We need Deuce from in the beginning of the season before he got hurt. We need him. He had enough games in right now. We need him the ball, man. His legs are under him. We need Deuce
that's
the
a good
ball.
One. Yeah.
We need Deuce the ball. We need Deuce the ball. I think Kolick needs to get in and just get his feet wet in the playoffs.
How you going to sleep on GTA? Like, how do we like? Nah, come on.
No, we're not sleeping on him. GTA should be a plug and play person, meaning like situational basketball. But when you
So
talk
how
about
many guys we gonna play?
no, but that we can't. That's the thing. What I'm saying. But you have to split GTA up and Kolick minutes together because Kolick can listen. Let me tell you why.
I'm
Let me
listening.
tell you why.
Okay.
Well, when we need to pressure the defense, when we need to pressure the offense, we need GTA in to pick up 94 feet. But when we're talking about Brunson getting a rest and a traditional point guard coming in that's going to distribute the ball, and if you leave him open like a Mark Price, he's going to be able to shoot the three. That is a Tyler Kolick.
Okay.
See, that's the difference. But we're asking GTA to pick up 94 feet. Then when he get the ball, dribble and distribute and shoot. He's not doing that. He didn't do that over there in New Orleans. He's not going to come here and do that. But he's
Okay.
a scrappy player. He's a good player. I like GTA, but I don't think he should have just came in and superseded Tyler Kolick right away like that. I think that's what we messed
you know
up.
what? You inspired my poll tomorrow. I'm gonna ask you who deserves to be implemented in the rotation.
Everybody's gonna go with
GTA or Kolick?
GTA.
No, they're gonna say Kolick. How would you would have bet?
Nah,
They're gonna say Kolick.
No, they're gonna say GTA because listen, GTA got a super huge fan base here. He's from here, but I'm looking at basketball. I'm looking at the results we got with Tyler Kolick in during meaningful games, and then winning that in-season chip. Tyler Kolick played very well. Deuce McBride played like our team. We look really formidable, bro. We just need those players to step back up, man. That's it. I'm gonna get off, but that's it, man. We really need
I
that.
appreciate you, Ty.
And Karl Anthony Towns, bro, like take over, fam. Take over. Give Brunson a break. Let him rest for the next round. Damn.
That's the mentality,
All right,
though,
bro.
Ty. That's the
Yup.
mentality. But I
Yup.
appreciate you, though. Big
All right,
time.
family. All right, peace.
I don't care what Ty said. I'm definitely doing that poll tomorrow. Who should play if Deuce is struggling? That's going to be the question. Who should play if Deuce is struggling? Tyler Kolick or Grand Theft Auto? We're going to see. I guarantee most of y'all going to say Tyler Kolick. 100%. See if my man Blue's still there. Smash that like button if you hadn't already. Blue, are you there?
Yo,
What's good, Blue? How you feeling, family?
I'm alright. What's going on, man? How you?
Man, I'm feeling good. I wanted to do an optimistic show. A lot of craziness. Detroit tried to take over the show, but I'm not letting them take over the show. This is a New York show.
Okay.
So what's going on?
I'm trying so hard not to trounce on this guy Brown, man. I mean, well, I just need to ask a question real quick.
Okay.
Where did you think the Knicks went wrong in the other day's game?
Oh, well, the topic tonight, the biggest fallacy or the big not fallacy, the biggest of violation or the biggest fault the biggest whatever the hell you want to call it mistake is they allowed the Atlanta Hawks to score 42 paint points in the second half. That was the biggest. That's the reason why we lost.
Okay, so with three, I believe, just the boneheadedness of this man, I believe with 3 minutes left in the game, the Knicks are allotted a timeout, right? So
yes,
after the 3-minute mark, 20 seconds after that, he then called a timeout, which lost the last timeout for the game.
Bingo. Yep.
Right? Which is these are things as a coach that really irk me, because these intricacies are what win and lose games. Not
Right.
just that, I mean, the fact that, Towns is only getting 12 shots in the game. He scored 14 points in the third quarter and doesn't see the ball again in the fourth. This is a Mike Brown, Jalen Brunson, and Towns thing. And don't get me wrong, Towns getting pushed out the paint by Kuminga is a big issue. Him not establishing position to score the ball or put the team in a better position to score the ball. This is where Mike Brown also is getting blamed. You know, this has been going on all season, and this Jekyll and Hyde thing that you see with the team, where you see so many inconsistencies with the team, is where you 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 question, can they get over this hump that we've seen for the past 3 years now? And this is what I keep saying, you know, is it the coach? Is it the players? It's both, yes, but this coach was brought here to get us over this proverbial hump, right? So when you see him making these errors, leaving the second unit in for an extended period of time, where you see three consecutive turnovers, you call a timeout, and then you bring them back in the game, and then
Right.
and then and then you're not putting, either staggering the lineup with the two best players, and you're not doing these things, and then yo, you did this lineup that we seen with the bench guys. We didn't see this all year round, and then you decide to tinker with the lineups in the playoffs. This I just, like, you know, I'm watching the game, and it's just so hard to just like sit there and be like, yo, dude, you're the man. You're gonna take us to the promised land. This is so hard to just be like, all right, man, like, give this guy a chance and see where this goes. All right, game three's coming up here, right? And the optimistic part to this is you 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 say, okay, like, we've seen this before from this team. Can they now get their ish together and, you know, battle through through this adversity, because you had the game in your hand, and now you're at this point when you shouldn't be. So tomorrow's game is gonna be, yo, this is gonna make or break this team going forward. They have to win convincingly, not just win the game, but they have to really win convincingly to, like, put us all in the right frame of mind where it's like, all right, they can do this. If they just, you know, skate by with a 4 or 5 point win, it's going to still have questions going into game four. So look, man, like I said, I love the team, but there's a lot of
10
things there, man.
seconds.
You know,
Mm,
but
I hear you.
I mean, I I
Thank you,
digress, man.
family.
All
You,
right,
you
bro.
you said a lot of good points, a lot of good questions, man. And
Yeah.
all I'm gonna say is
Okay.
this: you're right about whose fault it is. The players is both, but I'm gonna put more of the weight on the players because we changed the coach. We kept the players. I think next time we're gonna have to change the players. But I appreciate you, brother.
All right, bro. All
Big time.
right, peace.
All right. But yeah, he's right about the timeouts, but the points in the paint. Like if they would have just do what they normally do, they would have been fine. Let me get my girl El Figgy in the building. All right. She held it down tonight. It was crazy in the chat. And she held it down. Let's see if she. Hey, Brooklyn to Florida. El Figgy in the building.
What's
What's
going on,
going on?
Karan? What's going on, chat? What's up, guys?
Hey, listen, I appreciate you being a super mod tonight, and you know, settling the, you know, listen, whatever you feel you need to do, girl, you got to get them the hell up out of here. Put them on timeout. You know,
Nah, man.
yeah, do your thing.
I literally I put my phone down for 2 seconds. My daughter came and asked me for something, and I put it down for 2 seconds.
Oh, okay.
I picked my phone up, and Skywalker is wilding out. I'm like, oh my gosh, check yourself, bro. Like, what's going on, man? He's over here. Yeah, JJ brought up he's calling you out. He's getting out of pocket. I'm like, okay, simmer down. He needed to
Yeah.
he
You know
needs
what
to
it was,
simmer down.
Figgy? He was upset because they Detroit called. Or I seen all of them in the queue. I said, this is not a
Mhm.
Detroit show. I'm gonna get
Yeah.
to y'all when I get to y'all. I'm spacing
Yeah.
y'all out. Y'all not taking over the show tonight because y'all got a little win. No. So I was letting them relax. I was going to get them on the line.
Well,
But yeah.
yeah, they get a little bit too chuffed. They get a little bit too full of themselves. They get one win, one home court win in 16 years, and
Right.
they just they got a little out of pocket. They got a little out of line. They need to be put back in their place. So, we do what we have to do. Because
Exactly.
again, we're welcoming you into this building, Karan. And look, like I've told you, Maxine, a million times, you guys have set up a beautiful space here for all obviously Knicks fans first, but for all
Of
who love
course.
basketball,
Right.
and watch basketball. And as long as you keep it classy, cute, and respectful, you're welcome. But man, he got a little out of he had we had to put the riffraff out tonight, guys. So we're good. We're good.
100%. Nah, see, it's all good. Yeah, like sometimes when it gets like that, we gotta stop it. Shut it. That's why I was getting ready to call him, but once I seen it got dead, because I'm looking in the chat, I'm like, what the hell's going on? So that's why I said I'm gonna let him chill tonight, and
Yeah,
we'll
yeah,
revisit
man.
it another time. The
Uh,
emotions are too high.
he needs to apologize. I want to hear an apology to JJ, especially and Trapped. No.
Okay, well if he's not apologizing, then he's not allowed back here. That's just how it's gonna work. And
Humble
if he's
yourself.
not doesn't want to come back, then he doesn't come back. Listen, I got 20
Yeah,
Detroit haters. You know what I'm
I know.
saying? If I
I
always
know.
need a Detroit hill, I got plenty of them.
I know.
So
I know. It's hard for them to swallow a little humble pie, but it's good for them too. So they're all
yeah,
right. They'll
yeah,
they need to they'll simmer down. They're fine. No, I'll tell you, number 13, man. Oh my gosh,
he's
love
hilarious,
him.
right? Yeah,
Love
he's my
him.
guy.
Love
He's
him.
my go-to
Love
Detroit
him.
guy.
Yo, he. I'm telling you, that's what I said, man. I told Skywalker, man, you're giving these guys a bad rap right now because 13 is fire, man. He is hilarious, and like
Yeah,
he said,
yeah, he's fine.
when Detroit gets knocked out, he's gonna come and root for it. I said, man, we got room for you on our coattails. Let's go.
Man, that's true.
Yo,
And he's a
he's
good
funny.
sport, number 13. That's what I
He
like about him.
is. He is, and he's super funny, and he's just, he's in here to chop it up and just have a good time like the rest of us.
No, no, 100%.
Yeah, man. But yeah,
So
so
what's your thoughts on the topics?
yeah, man. So there's a lot going on, and there's a lot of points being brought up that are good in the chat. I understand the Tyler Kolek, the pull for him. The only concern I have with that is that at the end of the season, I don't know if he either had an illness or an injury, but he was out for a while. So
But he did.
I just don't know if the playoffs are a time to knock off rust. That's my
Right.
only concern with him. I do like
I
Tyler
agree.
Cole. And by the way, I've been pulling for this kid since last year. I was a little disappointed in summer league that he didn't show more, but I have to say, man, he has had some good breakout games. The Christmas game was
Yep.
one big one for him. That defensive play he put on Donovan Mitchell, straight fire. I like Tyler Kolek. I've been
Yep.
liking Tyler Kolek. In terms of, yes, Deuce, unfortunately, should not be running point guard. I've been saying that for a long time too, and I love Deuce McBride, man. I am one of his biggest supporters. He is a catch and shoot guy. He cannot break guys off the dribble. He cannot create shots. He should not be running point guard. I know that's what Thibs had him doing, so Mike Brown is kind of carrying the torch for that. But I don't think
Right.
that that's a good spot, and I think it puts Deuce. By the way, it puts Deuce in a bad spot because that's not where he's comfortable either.
I agree. I agree.
You know
And
what I
so,
mean?
damn.
So it's hard to say Alvarado. I mean, I would even like when we lost the lead when they brought in, Deuce the other day and we lost that nice little 13-point lead. I was
Yep.
saying, man, just let Clarkson bring the ball up. Let Deuce just get into his spot so he can get ready to shoot the three. Because that's
Bingo.
really what we have him out there for. I would trust Clarkson more in that moment, just because I know he's got experience. He's, the oldest. He's actually 37. I think he's the oldest guy on the roster, and
Yeah,
so
33. 33. He
oh,
gonna be
he's
like, hey,
33.
slow it down, Figgy. Yeah,
Oh,
he's
dang.
30.
I thought somebody
Yeah.
told me he was 37. Whatever, man.
Mm-mm.
Much respect. Let me tell you, I'm so happy Clarkson was able to play his way back in the rotation. I never
Yep.
thought he deserved to be taken out in the first place.
But see, Figgy, remember I told you they made the choice for defense. That's the only
Mhm.
reason why Kolek and Clarkson got removed. And then the
Mhm.
defense literally ran up right after that. But
Mhm.
right now, Clarkson is not even a discussion.
Mhm.
I'm debating, okay, GTA or Deuce. If Deuce is not playing well, I think on the next stretch or during that stretch, bring in GTA. Okay. Now if GTA is not doing well, then hey, maybe we throw Kolek out there the next time. But I really do think that we got to have a short leash because, like you said, Deuce cost us that lead.
Yeah.
And yeah, so if we can't afford to have that continue, And
Yeah, and
I'm just like, at this point, just give him short leashes. But go ahead.
no, shout out to you because when we were in the Discord, you even said take Deuce out, bring in Jose, and
Yep,
as soon
100%.
as they did that, stop the bleeding. So
Bingo.
but that 13-point lead went down to a 4-point lead, but with Deuce they
Bingo.
tied it. So Mike Brown also has to know when to look at he's got to look at the floor and say, yo, what's going on here? This isn't working. I wouldn't even mind if GTA was out there with Deuce because again, just GTA, Jose, he's going to create shots. That's what he does. He's a floor general. He looks at the floor. Same thing with Kolek. Again, I would love Kolek before Jose if Kolek is ready. I don't know what he
Right.
looks like in
That part.
practice. I mean, only Mike Brown knows what he looks like right now. I'm not, we haven't seen him in months.
Yeah, that's why I wouldn't do it either. And also, I'm a little concerned defensively about a CJ McCollum matchup. How does Kolek handle that? I don't know. I know Jose gonna fight. He
Oh, yeah.
you feel what I'm saying? Like, so when Kolek comes in the game, the other side of the ball we got to worry about. Especially, Clarkson fight hard too, but he's also not the best. But he's been playing better defense. I'm not trying to knock Clarkson. I love what he's doing, his whole movement, and he's on the glass too. I love it. I love it
Yes.
all.
Yes, and he's
So
moving his body around. He's cleaning up
100%,
under the rim, and he missed shots. You see, Jordan's always there. Again, that comes with experience. Sixth man of the year when this is what
bingo.
he does. I like Clarkson, and I do appreciate the fact that he has stepped up defensively. Very important. At the end of the day, man, we got to make sure that we have all bases covered. But I'm very,
Yep.
very concerned about giving Jalen some rest and who's going to come in for him because right now we have not established, to me, big enough leads to allow a lot
Bingo.
of mistakes. So this is something also that the coach needs to address. I would love to see the double big lineup if it's going to work, and Cat would stay off and Mitch stay in the paint. That could work. Again, matchups matter, man.
Yeah.
They don't have an answer
I
for
got one
Cat.
for you. I got one for
Yeah.
you. So here's where you could do the double big lineup. If Dyson Daniels is on the floor, you could do the double big lineup
Yes.
because now Cat can guard Dyson. They're
Yes.
gonna put him in pick and roll though. I ain't gonna lie to you. Cat
Yes.
gonna be in that pick and roll, and you gotta be prepared to help. And I'm thinking too, Biggie, we might have to blitz the pick and roll and then rotate. Just double it off the rip and then rotate. Because
That could be
Dyson
interesting.
Daniels is not a threat, to do much. So
No, absolutely. And again, to your clients' credit and to OG's credit, they have taken Jalen Johnson and what's his face? The other one. Who am I thinking of? Dang, it's late.
Walker.
Thank you. Nickel Alexander
Mhm.
Walker. They've been non-factors in this series.
Yep.
So OG and Mikal are doing their jobs as wings. We need somebody on CJ that we can rely upon. If it's Clarkson, whoever else is going to be out there, it can't be Jalen. We've tried that now for 2 games in a row. We got away with that the first
Yeah.
game. Didn't get away with that the second game. Again, that second game, I hate to act like that was on them coming back. That was on us. We let our foot off the gas again. We did that the first game too. We had a 19-point lead, and people look at that game, oh, you guys won by 11. It really wasn't that, but
No,
we
they
let our
ran on a
foot off
run.
the gas. Yeah, they went on
Yeah.
a run. We allowed them back. We allowed them back in the game the first time. We definitely allowed too much. And again, this has to be when, Mike Brown calls that timeout, and then the very next possession, OG turns the ball over. So what did he really talk to them about? Yeah,
Right.
like
That's
what
what I'm
was
saying.
that
That's
timeout
what
for?
but that's my question that I want to know to the world. What was the purpose of that timeout? So when the brother just called up and said that was the reason, then I definitely agree with him. Definitely agree with
Yeah,
him 100%.
it,
Like, what were
it's
we
a it's
doing?
a it's a different timeout if you're setting something up and we're going to execute something very powerful in that moment. But it's almost like he just called timeout just to settle everybody down. Say, hey guys, we need to slow this down. Like, no. Come on, man. You have to be.
Yeah.
Look, I back everybody. I told you after February 5th, everybody. I don't want to hear again. I know that they're trying to hook you into the Giannis talk. Look, Cat's our guy. Mikhail's our guy. Mike Brown is our guy. We gotta get behind our guys at this point. We gotta make sure that everybody's on point. Mike Brown, he's still kind of. I think you had a caller either earlier today or yesterday that said He's still playing with the rotation. Man, we can't be doing that now. It's playoff time. We don't play with rotations right now. This is it.
Right.
I think the time for playing for this is it, man. And he's got to clean up some of the mistakes he made. I think, look, Mike Brown, you think he's not combing over every ounce of that game 2 footage with a fine-tooth comb? A lot of the things that we saw in game 2 that we had a problem with are going to be cleaned up tomorrow night. We know this. I know for a fact that Jalen is going to have double-digit assists. Mark my words.
Ooh, okay. I love it.
Mark my words.
I think whatever we do is going to result in the win, and they're going to make the right adjustment. I'm riding with you, Figgy.
Yeah, man.
I'm riding with you, girl.
Great night. I'm glad that we were able to turn things around in the chat. Look, guys, we keep it classy. We keep it cute. This is always going to be, you know, Objective Knicks Fan Nation. Thank you, Karan. Thank you to the super producer.
Thank you, Figgy.
We appreciate y'all. Have a good night, guys, and take care.
Big time salute.
Stay blessed.
All right. Stay blessed. All right, that's L Figgy, OKF Nation, most requested caller. And now she earned super mod status. She held it down. Listen, y'all, I'm gonna be back tomorrow morning. Well, morning for me, afternoon for y'all. Blue and Orange Brunch returns. I'm gonna be giving y'all my 3 keys to victory tomorrow. And my 4th key is gonna be this paint point stuff. So we'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully you guys have a great night. And until next time, as always, let's go.